Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. How are we all doing? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Who we got in here tonight then? We got Paul Payne. We got Arsenal for life. We got Funky J. Morbid. Good to see you. Jamie, Hayden, Edwards. Arsenal for life again. I've just seen it there. Missed out again. Unfortunately, just missed out. Second place. How we doing? Good to see you. Sofa King. Yarman. Good evening. TTTTRT coming in. Yo. Congratulations, Paul Payne. You have got the first in the chat today. Good evening, everyone. Joe, how are we doing, my man? Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Jason coming in, the first on TikTok as well with a heart me. Let's go, Jason. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We are Thursday. We've got a big day tomorrow, chat. We've got a big day. I'm excited. We've got all-day stream tomorrow, and then we're also streaming in the nighttime as well. So we got, like, a long stream tomorrow. So yeah, fingers crossed. See how that goes. All right, let's get all this set up. Let's get this set up. No. No way. What? Can we get a huge W's in the chat? That is insane. Jason with the £100 dono. £100. Yo, Deggy, I've been informed today I will be out of hospital next week. Yo, let's go. What's up? This is Unique RP. If it wasn't for your entertainment, things would be a little different for me. Enjoy £100 off me. Go spend it on something for you and your kids. That is insane. Jason, you absolute legend. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, honestly. You come in and say hello every stream, and you come in and support me. You send donations and all sorts. And I really, really thank you so much for the support that you show me. And like I say, I'm so grateful that I've been able to keep you updated, keep you entertained while you've been in hospital. And yeah, you're finally coming out next week. So yeah, W's, let's go. Well happy at that. That's crazy. Thank you so much for that, Jason. Honestly, really appreciate that. Viral World coming in as well. Nutty coming in. Thank you so much. Kieran with the music play as well. Let's go, guys. TikTok, make sure you're tapping away at the screen. Let's see you coming up on the screen. Let's get my Tickfinity up and running. So we'll see you tapping away at the screen. We'll see all the tappers coming up. Right, what I'm going to do, chat, I'm going to actually swap this again and see if we can get this going any different. I was looking at a few overlays the last few days, and I want to see which works out better. So let's throw that there. So you can see yourself actually tapping away now at the screen. Right, let's throw that there and throw that down there. There we are. That should be right. Yeah. Right, I think we're good to go. Are we ready for some RP, chat? Are we ready for some RP? If you are ready for some RP, let's hear a 1 in the chat. Let's see a 1 in the chat. I think I actually forgot to post my thing. I did. Oh, no. I forgot to post my TikTok today, chat. Oh, no. I forgot to post it. Right, let's get ourselves in, shall we? Right, while the intro's loading, I'm going to just post this quick TikTok video. Here we go. Right, let's do it. I forgot that TikTok, you don't get to see the you don't get to see it either, do you? Yo, I'm matched with the brand new tier 1 as well. Let's get some sub hype in the chat. Let's get some sub hype emotes coming in. Let's see that. Let's go unmatched. Thank you so much for the tier 1, buddy. I appreciate it. How was your stream earlier? Hope your stream was good. Let's do it. Right. Right, make sure we got everything up and running. My game, yes. Tanja, yes. Everything's like that. Cool, right. Let's see who's on radio, shall we? Good evening. No. Amash, what are you doing? A FiveM! Sheesh. Can we get some love for Unmatched RP? What an incredible person. And we've also got Jason with the £100 donation tonight as well. Absolute insane, you guys, tonight. What is going on already? Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you all. That blow me away. My VPN should be off. Let me make sure it is off today. I'm sure it is. Yeah. Remind me later. Yeah, it's not on. It's not on today, luckily. We should be good. We should be good today, Paul. Thank you for reminding me, just in case. Right, SCT Roberts. Got some exciting news tomorrow as well, chat. Got some exciting news. Tomorrow's stream should be good for several reasons. A bit of an announcement tomorrow. Right, let's get ourselves in some armed gear, shall we? Right, here we go.
To do odds on for getting on that stage.
What do you mean business?
Who's winning?
No idea. Wants to do odds on.
What time are you streaming tomorrow? Again, we will be streaming early in the morning tomorrow. So I've got to go and do the school run. And then after the school run, I've got to go and pop out for about an hour or so. So let's probably say around about 10 o'clock. 10 till 3. And then the evening shift, 8:30, 9 o'clock till whenever we finish, really. I've got Wembley as well, don't forget. I've got Wembley on Saturday, so I won't be live Saturday. And then my wife is skydiving Sunday. So all of you guys that supported my wife back when we did the big, obviously, charity stream and everything like that, raised over £1,400. My wife is doing the jump this Sunday. I'm scared. I am scared. Oh, it's gonna be good for her though. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to. She's been really excited for it. Bless her. I'm just hoping the weather stays good. Just don't want to miss it. Yeah, Paul will be around. Silete, how you doing? Morbid, good to see ya. Roberts to go GX2. Here we go. We've got what's it called in the chat? Oh fucking hell! What's his name? His name's gone completely out of my head. What's his name? I can't even remember what his name is now. Romaro. Fabrice. Yeah, you know what I mean. Fabrizio yeah, Romano. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Perfect. That is the one that I meant. I've just fluffed my lines, so there's no point of me even talking about that anymore. Right, let's bring that down to nothing. Let's go get our thing. Paycheck. Collect paycheck. Who he is again, man? Jason. You are incredible. Incredible person. Come out of hospital next week. Mental health all on check with a bit of luck. Thank you so much again for the £2 dono. Or £100 and then a £2 dono. Jason, you're insane.
Not quiet.
Thank you so much. I'm going to go to that suspicious activity.
Yes, Robert. It's your mate.
Oh, mate.
You on your own?
Yeah, mate. Nothing going on at the moment.
There's a talent show going on, but that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, Roberts, mate. Today's not the day for a shift.
Oh, isn't it? No? I suppose all of you lot aren't talented then. Is that why you're not at the talent show?
No, I've got plenty of talent. I'll have you know. I'm just got stage fright.
Ah, right. Okay. Where are you now?
Right next to PD.
Oh, there's your talent.
Right.
Staying at PD.
There's only a CID about Peter Cuz up here.
All right, lads.
Hello, my darling. How are you?
Very well, yourself?
All the best for seeing you.
Yeah.
Roberts,
Emma's
mate.
coming to the hobby, and then Jason with a hat and moustache. I'm good.
You know what I
Good. You're gonna go
reckon
to
we
suspicious
should all
activity.
do?
Anyone come in?
I'm
Come
not
on,
getting
you
the
give
pick.
me
I didn't get the
10k
Yeah, you know what?
each,
Fuck it,
and
let's
I'll
do it.
get up on that stage. And I'll
Yeah,
take it.
4 minutes ago come in, so probably
I
gone by
reckon
now.
we should
Get a
all
bike, get a
get
bike.
up and
Pay you 10k to
Um,
not sing.
do lots up as a group. So
Did you get an update on
That would
my
be quite funny.
disciplinary?
Yeah, you.
I did see that you
Shall I
posted
put
something.
the
in
big
there.
Yeah, I
Right.
posted something in it and then got told no, you were acting like an idiot. So that's why it stood.
Acting like an idiot. What,
Yeah,
following-
apparently it wasn't just in that video.
Then they never told me that.
Ah,
So
maybe you
that's
want to
false
clarify that.
information that they've told me then.
Yeah, maybe you want to clarify that. That was my update that I got from the message that I put in there.
Like, I went and spoke to Miranda afterwards, and
Yep.
I apologised for my actions. Like, decent thing to do in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just didn't understand it because I said she was like, "Oh, have you seen my message in the emails?" I was like, briefly. I was like,
Hayden,
"I've been
you're
at,
good,
like, my
man.
second
Hope
job
you're well."
today, so I haven't actually had the time. to
KO,
read it
welcome
properly."
in. Random one.
And
I
then
make MLOs.
apparently
and
the strike was because of me removing the gold cert.
Oh yeah,
So
we
if they're
have
not putting
actually.
all
Yeah,
the
I'll talk to you in a
information on
second.
there,
Bear with me.
then that's not my fault. Like, all the information should be on my disciplinary when it's given to me.
Yeah, I believe you should be made aware of exactly everything that you're being disciplined for, so you don't do it again, basically.
Like, I would have.
Did you
like,
give him
been
any
fair
attitude at all?
enough. Going in to speak to Miranda,
Like in general, did you give him any attitude?
I was kind of pissed off that I got the strike because I turned around to Miranda near the end and said, "I'm not being funny." I was like, "But," I was like, at the time, I was like, "We've been punished as a unit because everybody wants to pull the car out." I was like, "That's not on us." I was like, "I think it's fucking unfair."
Is anybody else attending this?
But I wouldn't really say
yeah,
I
we're
had
just
that much
state-
attitude.
state
to be
six
fair.
about
I
to turn
didn't
up
really
now.
get a word in
Stage
it.
6 now.
Yeah, I'm currently stage 6.
I've got it all on body cam.
and-
Like, I didn't actually get a word in it. She just kept on like shouting at me and like proper speaking to me like shit.
There's a couple of
Hello,
cars
mate, you right?
on the dirt trail up here now.
I'm just going
Oh,
on head, Chris, all
hold
day.
on. Yeah, no worries, mate.
Would you like me to come down as well, mate?
Right, son, how you doing?
Nobody in the vehicles.
Good, good. What's what you doing on your bike? What are you doing up here, mate?
I like relaxing up here. It's a beautiful place, you know, beautiful town hall. They did a really good job on
Absolutely,
it.
yeah,
Very
looks
good
good, doesn't it?
job. And the trees, they keep it really good.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You just like to come and spot lunch, do ya?
Yeah, but my legs, I've got this big
Good evening,
problem,
Emma.
unfortunately.
Good
My legs
evening,
are really
Ollie.
bad.
I've
So I
applied.
need
Oh,
to sit
wicked,
down
Brody.
every
Love
now
that.
and then, but I try to stretch them
Optic coming in the bar school. Let's go.
because-
Okay. So, what, you just driven up on your bike, have you?
Yeah, I love my bike, me.
Okay. You got your helmet on, yeah?
Yeah, it's just in the glove compartment.
Welcome to the club.
No
buddy.
worries. I saw you moving it a little bit, so I was a bit like, do you want to just show it? Just make sure you got it, because that's what I was mainly concerned of, really. I saw
No
you on
worries,
your
officer.
bike. I thought, oh shit, you started to move. I thought, no, please don't say you're riding without a bike helmet.
There
There we go. That's all good.
I've
That's
got a
all
little
good.
belly under it as well. Once.
Yeah, welcome in,
There we go,
Applegors.
just
How we
make
doing?
Sure, I'm nice and warm as well.
Fucking
Oh,
hell!
it's not wanting to go on. Never mind. Then.
The fuck was that?
How long have you been
Jason!
in the area, buddy?
With the flashbang!
Oh, I don't know, maybe 5
Holy shit!
minutes or so. I keep
Jason,
popping
thank
up
you so
here,
much for
to
that.
Be honest, I
Yeah,
go
no.
to different spots. I love the nature. I love architecture. You know, one just up the road is a beautiful view. You know, you just continue down it a bit to the left. There's this little hut, and you're looking over the beautiful countryside. You can see a bit of vineyard because you know the vineyard's beautiful. Love the grapes. You know the wine. Amazing that. And you can see Fort Zancuda. Not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of war personally. You can just see, you know, Sandy, Polito. It just
got a story.
No, sorry, not Polito. Grapeseed.
I've got
It's
work
just
from
such a
4
beautiful
PM till
view up
midnight.
there.
Bloody hell, mate. All I asked was how long you've been here.
Oh no, I'm just trying
Fucking
to
hell.
get you immersed in how much I love nature.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
seem
yeah.
to
you-
babble
Do you have
on a little
passion
bit.
like I do, officer?
Yeah, I have a passion for my job.
You love your job. I like that. You know, that's good. That's good. That.
Yeah. All right, mate. No worries. Well, we've just been called up to the area because the court said there's quite a lot of people in the area just hanging around, and we just wanted to make sure all was okay. And them cars looked a little bit, you know, suspicious up the dirt track, just abandoned.
I did
so-
think that personally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple
But
of
you've not
people on
seen
the floor.
anything up there, have you? You've not seen them being parked up there at all?
No, they've just been sitting there. To be honest, I went away
Okay,
and
mate.
I've come back and they've just been there.
No worries, buddy. Well, we're just doing some spots in the area, so we'll be on our way now. But if we see people congregating up here, then obviously we'll have to look at some further action.
Yeah, sure. Should I leave then, officer?
I mean, if you're not doing anything wrong, mate, then you know you got nothing to worry about. But
All right,
obviously,
okay.
we keep getting calls come up here. Then obviously we're gonna have to start taking you know, further action or speaking to people a little bit more.
Course, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, we want to protect the mayor's office, don't we?
Yeah, is there a mayor
Oh,
in this city?
Jason. He comes and goes. Must admit, he comes and goes.
Yes, it sounds like this a little bit sometimes.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like that, mate, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
Okay.
analogy of him. Yeah.
Thank you.
But anyway, mate, you have a great day, all right? Don't want to keep you too long.
Yeah, you two officers.
Have a
you're
great
really
day.
good at your job. I like that.
Yeah, you take care, sir. Roberts,
Yes, mate.
just a quick question, mate.
Jason, thank you so much for that. Yeah.
Can you say congregating for me?
Congregating.
Thank you.
Sorry, was there an issue with that?
No, not at all. I didn't want to disturb the flow. Don't worry about it.
No worries. Fucking hell! Jesus Christ, that's a flashbang and a half. Jason. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh, not sacked. What are you on about? Oh, not sacked. Are you coming then or what? Oi! Oh, he did say it was going in his head, didn't he? Why get out of the car if you're going in your head? Yes, media, how you doing? Fuck. Why does it make so much like? Why does it act like it's proper in the
Welcome to
room?
club, buddy.
It's like someone's actually knocking. Yo, media, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you, buddy. Welcome in, Adam. Good to see you. I'm looking forward to GTA 6 massively. Yeah. I'm getting quite sad
Welcome
where
to the
I
club,
know
buddy.
a lot of the map, right? Like if someone says I'm on Los Santos or San Andreas Avenue. Fuck me. Why is it so bright? Yeah, certain roads and stuff like that. Holy shit, we can't see anything. Which way are we going? I think it's this way. Yeah, I think it's this way. Jason, I actually thought someone was knocking. Me too. It's so realistic, isn't it? It's so realistic. Turbo Star Electra, thank you so much for the follow as well. Appreciate you. Right, we've got a question to answer, chat, and I want you guys to help out in this question answer as well. Okay, so KO's come in here and said that he's building a training ground. Can we give him any tips? So, yeah, I would. Or I've been looking for a training ground which is a multifunctional use. It's really difficult to find somewhere where you've got all of the forces able to help out. As I was saying, Jason, fuck you. It's really hard to find a place where it's got everything. So you want to build either at the airport or at military base or somewhere like that where you've got a training ground for the traffic. So a lot of slaloms, a lot of you know, high-speed pursuits, braking, cornering with cones and stuff like that. You also want like armed area where you can have lots of raids, like a couple of buildings set up where raiding, you can raid them. You want response, so house robberies and stuff like that, like breaching a house. You can have K9 on with that as well. And then if it's built like near like the military base or the airport, you could have out the back like the with the boats and stuff like that. You could have an area with boats and moving around. But yeah, I would say a multifunctional use. And also I use for instance Yellow Jacks, or I use Granny's house up in Grapeseed to do stage like CID murder investigations. It'd be cool if you had like some scenarios where you would be able to set up CID and put guns in certain places of the area and you know, evidence to find. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, 100%, a good size and a warehouse. So if you split it up into different rooms, upstairs, downstairs, that would be pretty cool. Make sure the rooms though are the walls are thick so you can't hear the people upstairs and downstairs.
Okay, he has been
That's what I would recommend.
Received.
I'm back to stage 2. Any actives?
Trojan 3 to Alpha X-Ray 1.
Go ahead.
We are currently looking for a Sam Arnot. He is currently not a police officer at this moment in time. He has got his police equipment. His last location was outside UHS on a skateboard.
He's not an officer.
Sam Arnot, red garage.
Take 5. Yeah, he is not a police officer.
Hi, Jason.
999.
Red garage, please.
Yeah,
take
take 5.
Red garage.
Alright, perfect. Whoever's got eyes on him, please give communications.
I've got eyes on him.
It's here.
He's, do you know the staircase? He's running up the staircase to the top.
Alright, perfect. Okay, let's get...
through the third floor now.
Right, let's get someone on Peaceful
Molly
Street.
running up the stairs.
Let's get someone on Peaceful Street and let's get this all of Red Garage
What's
locked.
going on with him?
Now going down the stairs, the west side of Red Garage.
Oh no!
Oh, that's me.
Oh,
that's
fuck.
me.
Marlow, up or down?
He went down. He may have jumped off.
He's got to have jumped off. I haven't met him. I think I heard him fall, but I haven't seen him land.
Alright, perfect. Let's get units around Red Garage. Let's check bushes and all that stuff.
Why has he been sacked?
Thermals on, please.
What is going on?
Alright, I'm going to FiveM pass. Okay, all units, please have your tasers drawn. He does have a taser.
What is going on?
Guns drawn then.
Oakley, you've got the wrong voice box, lovely.
Where is he?
No idea. He went down these stairs here, and I haven't seen him.
But I
since.
ran up. And I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
see
you
him.
tackled me. Yeah.
Tom,
Yeah?
let me know that is later, yeah?
Why has he been sacked?
I literally heard him fall. Is there any...
Because he let a high-profile criminal go after
He was last seen
seeing active crimes, and he let him go out the cells for a dice roll game.
Arcadia.
Right. Okay.
He dropped down. We
yeah,
haven't
let me know what that card is later, yeah?
fleeing
Alright,
back
no
towards
worries.
Legion Square.
Anyone able to...
Yeah, I'm slowly trying to have a look at it.
I'm
As you know, I've not really been able to drive it yet.
I mean, I'm the only one
good.
in here, though.
Alright, let's keep
back to
looking
PD, I'll go second.
Where's Mal?
Yeah.
Molly,
Trojan
Third floor
3.
Frampton machine.
Right, let's get people checking Red Garage, let's get people on motorways, let's check Leporta Freeway, let's check Weasel News, let's check everywhere around
Fuck
this area.
yeah, now.
I'm going down the steps now by Arcadia, so you know that I'm not there just in case.
we're bottom floor red.
I'm
It was
coming
last
down
night
now.
he let Desbag go.
I'm 4-3.
I mean,
We've already got Indian 9 on
didn't...
Charlie 4.
Alright, Trojan 1 and 4 are in this Indian 9.
He hasn't come this way. He hasn't come this way.
What's going on?
Okay, no problem.
Great garage, no?
Who sacked him?
Right, so he's probably
Is he still in
stolen a car. Yeah, he's
What's
in
happened?
uniform.
I'll explain it later. He has got police equipment on him at this moment in time, if you get what I mean. So
Right.
we'll have a
Who are we
chat
looking
once
for?
that's thing, alright?
Who is it? You guys
Who
would
we
know,
looking
is it?
for?
Arnot has been sacked.
Arnot's been sacked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want me to call
I
him?
was in there, but I wasn't.
Molly,
yeah.
do you want me to call
The
him? He
fuck
might
was
answer
that?
me.
I don't think he's going to answer me, to be honest.
It's worth a shot. Me and him have got pretty
Talking
close
What was
again.
that?
We're friends again. I can give it a go.
Did he not? Was he not suspended for pending an investigation, or?
Not the way stuff went on in the gold office. If
No,
you
it's
get what I
sacked.
mean.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
right. Okay. Fair enough.
Alright.
You're right, mate.
I'll explain it to you Hicks
going on?
later on, mate.
It's so bright. Apparently, Arnot's been sacked.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Arnot. What's happened? Sacked for what?
I don't think I've got his number. No, I don't have his number.
That's fucking crazy, but yeah.
Tell him we'll meet him.
Do you want to meet me and talk to me?
Tell him it's Roberts in the car, and I'll meet him.
It's me and Roberts, mate. It's just going to be us. If you want, mate, go and have a look where you want to meet us, and I'll meet you. Yeah. $107, yeah?
107.
Yeah, that's how, mate. We'll come now. Sound, I'll come now, mate. Mate.
999.
Molly didn't want to listen to me.
He doesn't want to?
No, he doesn't want anyone else other than us.
Alright, cool. Let's
Obviously,
turn
I
our
don't
tracker
know
off for
how
a minute
you
then.
want to play this now, then.
What is it 107?
107, yeah, the abandoned farm. Here we go.
Yo, I'm matched! Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Was there any need?
There was absolutely every need for that. Yo, Jason with the 200 bits as well. Wait, what? Jason with the 2,000 bits. Jason with the 2,000 bits. What am I seeing? Jason. Holy shit. Hey Trina, how you doing?
Will he not just give us the PD equipment?
Well, probably, yeah. Let's go off. Have you turn your tracker off?
No, I just didn't want to do it with a unit going past us. Do it with the body cams off.
Yeah, but the moment we go up there anyway. Alright, let's go back to the station and get a normal vehicle out then, so we're not...
Glue in shop, I say then.
Only one, but has anyone checked plastic surgery in UHS?
That's what I'm
just phoning
What
Joey
has he
to
actually
see if
done
he
then?
can, tell me
Why is everyone on the
Well,
hunt for
according to Molly...
Last thing we need
well,
to
according to Solo, he let someone go.
All I'm saying is
He
that
let
I've just tried to
someone
call
go
him
last
just off the
night
off
that
chance,
had a
but no
weapon
answer.
confirmed and just let him walk out of
You were
PD.
speaking.
And who
What
was
on
in
the
that meeting
radio?
with him?
Molly was definitely in there.
What was
Well,
speaking to
Molly
him?
doesn't
Yeah, what
remember
was speaking to him when I was
because she
singing?
was at UHS on her back.
I don't know that conversation and what is his now on the radio either. Is he still with you?
Yeah, what is
Robert?
he still with me? Yeah, what is he still with me? We're trying to find him now. We'd try to get contact with him, but obviously he's not playing ball at the moment. So we're probably the closest. I ride along with him quite a lot, so I'm probably the closest to try and find him. Just stand by and I'll let you know.
We'll start going around the streets.
Alright, Robert, thanks for that,
There's
mate.
a local car speeding into the appointment. Sorry, the event right now. I'm gonna follow it.
Check that.
Yeah, let's check that.
Yeah, I've checked the event. The event's clear.
Robert, do you know
Have you
where
told
he would like
Molly?
chill? Do you know like who he speaks to the most?
He doesn't chill anywhere. That's the thing.
Yeah, he chills in a police
No.
station in a police car. That's
Yeah, the
all he
police
does.
car, yeah.
Give us 5 minutes, guys. Let me see if I can track him down and go from there. All right. If he's gonna listen to anyone, he's gonna listen to me or Waters. So let's see if we can get him down from there. All right.
Hey, fam.
Cool. Copy that.
You sure you want us off duty still, yeah?
Yeah, go off duty. I'm just gonna let Molly know. Just trust me.
Under the impression he has no links to any criminals whatsoever.
He knows every criminal.
Most.
Someone
But it's
try
the fact, are they
get
gonna
eyes
do
on
any-
Roger. He's always
Eyes on
been
Roger,
friendly
if
with
we can.
Roger.
He's never had a
Roberts, have you got
friendship
your body
as-
cam on
per
still?
se with a criminal.
No.
However, he did get along
Sound, let me
with
just turn
Roger
mine
Cornish. Those are the two people that I would
I've just
say
gone off
that
duty and left my
Norman
fucking
Bright.
radio on.
I just saw Roger. He's
I know I've
big
gone on
toe
duty and I
literally about 2
can't turn my
minutes
body
ago.
cam off. Do you know what I'm gonna do?
Roger's
I'm gonna put my
listening.
body cam.
Is he
right
close
up
to
to
Roger?
normal.
Break,
Yeah.
break. I do not want anyone calling known criminals to ask them a location of a police officer.
No, I haven't. I wasn't that silly.
We don't want to know.
Right, I'm off radio. I'm off duty. Let me call
Have you told Molly I'm with you?
Yeah, she knows.
I'm not gonna get in any form of shit.
No.
That's
No.
sound then. I'm
Right,
gonna
Molly.
come off radio.
I believe I might be able to track Arnot down and find him, but you're gonna need
Right.
to just trust me, okay? I've just got myself off duty for a while, just so no one comes and follows me, just because he wants to chat. But I'll make sure by the end of it, I've got him, got all the equipment, okay? You just got to
As long
trust
as
me
you
for a
do-
little while.
Yeah, I'll trust you, Tom. I trust
Yeah,
you.
I've got me
alright?
and Waters, okay? He's prepared. He's answered the call to me and Waters. So I'm
Yeah.
going to go and speak with him, with me and Waters.
Welcome to the club,
And I'll go from there, okay? But yeah, I have got Waters. Me and him are off duty at the moment. We're in an unmarked car. And all I'm saying is we're going up north, okay? But stand units down.
worry.
If people start coming towards our location, then he's just going to try and flee. So the best thing to do is say, look, believe Roberts has got him. Everyone back state 2 for the time being, and I'll merge again once I've sorted him out, alright?
Buddies, mate. I'll tell him now.
Alright, sweet.
Alright.
Right, let's go and speak to him, shall we? Let's go and speak to him. I'm disappointed, man. Arnot sacked.
So he's been sacked because he's let someone go.
Apparently, he obviously went to speak about it, but apparently his attitude in there wasn't great or something. Match, thank you so much for the money gun. I appreciate it. Robster coming in with a heart me.
So you say it was just Molly in there?
Tyler, how you doing? Good to see you. Amy, welcome
Because
in.
Molly,
Hope you well.
Molly wouldn't
Trina,
remembered
good to
anything.
hear.
Because
Sorry.
I was the unit that asked you and Arnott to go to UHS because Kev was going down there with a firearm. You've got Hicks and Zach going up north, by the way.
Are you still on your tracker?
No, my tracker's off, but I'm still on my secondary. You can't physically see who's on the secondary.
All right. And what they said?
They're coming up north now.
Right, he wants us to meet at his granny's house, doesn't he?
He said there's an abandoned farm or a barn.
Yeah, this is it.
My body cam's off. It's in your glove box, so. I'll give him a call, let him know that we're on.
There it is. All right, jump in the car.
Oh,
People are actively looking for you.
Take my
Take your
vest
vest
off.
off.
What's gone on?
Oh, I can't do it while we're in a vehicle.
Right.
It's
where are we
just
gonna
fucking
go?
ridiculous.
Yeah, I was very shocked when they said it. So you need to
Like the amount of effort and time and sweat and blood that you've put into traffic to get the cars to where they needed to be, and shit like that for them just to fuck you off like that.
Yeah, it's just high commanding officers going on a power trip, mate. It is what it is. What can you do?
Like,
Yo,
yeah,
Amy
we
coming
knew
in with
about
a
ups
TikTok
and
crowd.
downs,
Let's
but
go.
I've learned.
Thank you, Amy.
Like a lot from you, and to hear that you've been sacked is like a proper big fucking kick in the teeth.
It's just stupid. Like, it's not justified whatsoever.
Let's go behind it.
That's the problem.
Yo, let's go, Molly. Thank you so much for the follow. Follow.
Yeah,
Thank you so much
I've
for the
done
raid.
fucking,
Appreciate that. Right, let's stick it
what's
here.
his name? Well done.
Zach.
Right, what's going on then?
No, not Zach.
Molly, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? W's, Molly.
He tried to chase me and I just ran off and got on a skateboard.
Right, should we jump out of the car and chat?
It just doesn't make sense. I'm struggling to make sense of it all. Do you know what I mean?
Before we do anything, just give me your taser, just so we know.
I'll get my yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, or just give
What's
me all
your
your police
lucky number?
equipment. 144. Either throw it on the ground, I'll pick it up, or
I'll chuck it on the ground so you can pick it up.
Welcome in, everyone. I knew if anything, he was going to be we were going to be the people that he was going to come and talk to. I'm really disappointed, man. I was looking forward to a ride along all day with him tomorrow as well. We got a full day tomorrow, so I need to get the lowdown and then go from there. Really, he was even telling me, you know, I'm going to do everything I can not to get sacked. I'm getting really pissed off with the traffic cars and everything like that. They're no shit. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can try and work out what's going on here. Thank you. All right, give us the lowdown then. What's going on?
Right, so do you remember that thing with Derek yesterday?
Yeah, I went off just as we caught him in the.
Yeah. So he'd been in custody for fucking ages, right?
Yep.
Literally ages, and about 10 minutes after the storm, his lawyer wasn't coming back, so it sort of just ruined what we were halfway through, right?
Yep.
Or it looked like his lawyer wasn't coming back, and he said to me, "Oh, let's do a dice roll for freedom." Now, me being me, and I don't need to say what that means.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah, why would I not say yes to that? It's funny. It makes funny for everyone's demons. It's funny, right? It's interesting. It's something to do, right? So I said yes, and he won, so I let him go.
You know when you was called to
I have seen so many other officers, including Gold Command, including Silver Command, including everyone higher.
Good evening, Rob.
So much worse.
Brian,
and so
thank you
much
for the
dumb
follow as well.
shit.
Welcome to the club.
Shooting the fucking commissioner and being welcomed back with open arms.
I agree with that.
I understand where they're coming from, and I even said in the meeting, look, I get what you're saying, right? That's fine. And if I had to do it again, I probably would go with it a different way. But there was an opportunity there, and I took it. Why would I not take it, being who I am, if you know what I mean?
Yeah. So the way
why would I not?
The way I spoke to Molly and said, "What the fuck has he been? What's he called it for?" She said, "There's a lot gone on, and it's not because of what you did. It's the attitude that you gave."
But
I didn't give any attitude. I just justified why I did what I did, and they didn't like it. And I said, I went in there. They know that I am opinionated, and I am not afraid to speak my mind.
Mm-hmm.
So if they thought for a second I was going to go into that meeting for them to barrage me with shit and for me to concede and go, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry," it was never going to happen. That is not who I am. It is not part of me. Right? I didn't give any attitude. I gave justifications and reasons for doing what I did, and I gave examples of other people
Thank you so
doing
much,
the
AJ,
same
as well.
shit that are still in active service.
Didn't Sham shoot someone in the head? And he only got a level 3 strike, didn't he?
Yeah.
But you've released a suspect.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the club,
And
buddy.
you've been sacked.
Correct. I didn't. By the way, I'm not stupid enough to leave him with his firearm. By the way, I took his guns and his weapons off him, and we did the dice roll, and I let him go, because I am who I am. Outside of this, if you get my drift, it made sense for his side and for my side, and for some reason, Gold Command and whoever else below them, for some reason, cannot comprehend that what this place actually is. Do you know what I mean? I'm struggling to like say it without saying it.
Yeah, no, I get your point 100%. I
know
mean, we've done, you know, I've been with you for quite a while now, right? And we've done some quite questionable stuff, right? And then there's been, you know, announcements to say, look, we can't be doing that anymore, and we say, oh, the fun police are here, blah blah blah, all that type of scenario. I get that, right? I get that, and I would have backed, you know, if I'd have been in the meeting or I'd have it had been approached to me, I'd have backed it and been like, look, okay, yeah, we made it, you know, that has happened. There's X, Y, and Z has happened before. You know, let's look at the bigger picture of it. But right now, I don't.
Picture, that's the problem.
I don't. Other than what I'm hearing from you, and a very small second of Molly going, it's not just that. It's the attitude and everything that was said in the meeting. That's all I'm going off right now, right? So
what else was said in the meeting, Arnold?
It was literally all about that incident, and they're basically just saying, well, so basically all we're hearing is that you couldn't be asked. I said, no, that is not the case at all. And I did say to them, I said, with all due respect, right, if you lot were that arsed about getting Derek behind bars for what he did to you lot up here, one of you would have made the effort to come down to custody and help us out. Roberts, you know, we both asked on the radio, what has he done? What is going on? And no one could be asked to tell us. And Jaden was up there in the office saying, oh, well, I didn't have time. I was doing risk assessments and I was doing this and I was doing that.
Yo, Deck, how
I'm
you doing?
sorry,
Good to see
but
ya.
a highly trained firearms inspector can't take 2 seconds to go on his radio to say, lads, we're really busy at the minute. Hold Derek in custody and one of us will come and help you out.
It was crazy.
Like, it doesn't take much to do that.
It was crazy because we were in the car
sorry, but
together.
he didn't come up with a good enough excuse, and that's what I said to him. That's not attitude, that's truth.
Well, we were both in the car, weren't we? We got told to go to the hospital by Waters.
I told you to.
And then all of a sudden, Carter was like, "Oh no, you need to come up here instead." I was hang on a minute. We've got 2 people in the hospital with a firearm. You're telling me to go away from the hospital, Trojan free, and come to you instead? Yes. And I was like, well, I'm gonna stay at the hospital because if there's a firearm in the hospital, I'm dealing with that instead.
That takes priority, yeah.
And obviously we dealt with it and we got him. We got it okay. Now the like I say, at the moment, I've literally getting the 3rd words of it, so I can't do anything.
Welcome to the club,
My job right now is to find you and make sure, 1, we get the police equipment back, and 2, you know, I want to try and help as much as I can, but I don't want to put my foot in it, but also don't want to, like, you know, throw my weight around if I don't know the full facts. So there's 3 things I need to do, really. Get the shit back off you, take your side, and then go speak to Molly and the rest of the people that were in that meeting and get their side. But from your point of view, the only thing I would recommend doing at this moment in time is looking at pushing for going to see a lawyer and an unfair dismissal. And obviously looking towards a tribunal along
this
them
is
words.
my understanding, right? Zach fired me and he can't do that.
Who was in there with him?
It's got to be approved by Gold. Gold wasn't there. No one from Gold was in that meeting. In theory,
How many
firing
X-rays are
someone is
there?
a level 4 strike, right?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Right, which has to be approved by Gold. That is in the SOP. No Gold have approved my dismissal. It hasn't gone through Gold. It's been dealt with by them.
It's gone through Gold through the email.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be doing that. You can't take away 8 months of someone's work in a fucking email. Do you know what I mean?
100%. I think you should have been suspended pending a further investigation.
Well, they won't do that. They like the power trip.
Well, like
they
I
don't
say,
like hearing home truths.
Like
That's
I
the
say,
problem.
let me find out from their point of view. My main target was 1, to find you, to get everything back and find out your side. Because at the end, I was looking forward to a day shift tomorrow. But at the moment, that ain't happening, is it? So, you need to come out with us to the station, take your gear off, and get into some normal gear for the time being. You need to go and find a solicitor if there's one available, and start writing up your unfair dismissal. And then I need to go and find the other stuff. If you know me, if they give me the rest of the story and there's all their body cam or whatever to prove what's happened in there, and you've been wrong about it, then you know me, I'll tell you how it is. But
That's
right
fine.
now,
like I said to them, I would have, like, and the problem with going for it with a lawyer, Tom, right, is the reasons behind doing what I did goes beyond this place. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say to a lawyer the reasons why, because that just keeps it here and it's just going to stay the fucking same. So my issue is, they've done what they've done, which is fine. They have gone about it the wrong way, right? Zach can't fire me. He cannot fire me, right? It has to go through Gold. Gold have to authorize it. And he even said in the meeting that Gold haven't authorized it. He's just doing it, right? Because of my attitude, right? So I think if they want to go on a power trip, I'm just gonna let them go on a power trip. Maybe I'll take a trip to America or something, see what it's like over there.
No, because if they're doing it to you, who else are they going to do it to?
Bro, they've already done it. They've already done it to everybody else. They do it all the time. They do it all the time. They go on a power trip because they think they're fucking high and mighty.
Molly wouldn't even tell me
both
that she
sides.
sacked you. Molly wouldn't even tell me. She said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll tell you later."
Molly didn't. Zach did. No one else said anything. Hugh stayed silent. Sham stayed silent.
Solo was in a
Molly
coma.
stayed silent, and Carter stayed silent. Right, and then Zach went off his fucking head and said, "Right, put your shit on the floor. You're sacked." And none of them said anything. So this is what I'm struggling to understand. Because.
Then why don't we go back and discuss that?
Because they're not going to have that discussion, mate. They
Without-
never
but
change their
it-
mind.
but have it
They
without
won't
Zach.
change their mind because that makes them look weak. It doesn't make sense for them to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, if that's the case, then Molly sacked Jim Street. Do you remember? He's been
Yeah.
re-employed as a PC. In the emails, he's back in as a PC because Carrie's pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed for it.
Why was he sacked?
Because he misused his taser. I brought it to Zach. Zach told me to deal with it, and then because he
So,
was
chat,
already on a level
it
3,
is
the level
right.
4 strike because of what
Gold
happened at
have to
prison
approve
Monday.
it, and this
I
is
don't
in
know
our
how He
remit.
was like, "Now, fuck this, I'm leaving."
But it's just about whether we find out who was in the meeting. We don't know who was in the meeting. So we need to find out. Look, it says there, level 4 dismissal, but approved by Gold. So if Gold
No,
wasn't
when
in the
I found out-
meeting, he wouldn't
when
be
I
sacked.
found out you were sacked,
He could be suspended pending
can't
a
put into
dismissal
my
by
fucking mouth
Gold,
how
but he
actually
can't be
gutted I am.
sacked. So I need to find out
I'm
who was told.
honestly
It's
like,
Baker,
I thought
Baker and Miranda. That's the two
I
Golds.
thought I'd be a little bit more upset and annoyed, but to be quite truthful, I'm somewhat relieved.
I'm not.
Because the PD force in this city has gone to the absolute dogs. And that
I'm
is the
gutted,
honest
mate.
truth.
I'm actually gutted.
Like they want the W hungry RoboCops that are
But they ain't
vanilla
gonna get
generic police officers. That is what they want for their PD.
If they want to
That is what they want, right? And the issue is, right?
knows,
for
Lindsay?
so long, right?
Who
This city
knows?
has tried to get rid of the W hungry RoboCop mentality, right? Because it's better for everyone, and I think most of us have been at the forefront of that, right?
I'll tell you
But
something in a second.
Now
Kat.
they're
Look,
getting rid of the people that don't do that and want to have a bit of a laugh and a bit of a joke and understand what this actually is for power hungry, W hungry RoboCops that just want to do the job. Shit, sorry, mate.
Thanks for the rose.
It's a mustache actually, but
Oh, a mustache, fair enough. Monkey coming in with the 4 months. Let's go.
just I honestly, like, I genuinely thought I'd be a bit more annoyed, but I honestly just can't be arsed anymore, mate. I'm sick of having to fight.
Right, best thing to do. Let's get you back down to the station. Let's get you changed. I need to go and speak to the guys that were in the meeting. Who was in the meeting with you?
Molly, Hugh, Carter. Don't know why he was there. Sham, and Zach.
Okay. Let me go speak to Molly and Solo, the other alphas, and see what they say. I'm hoping Molly's still on. Let me speak to her. Let me see if she's still on. She is. Okay. Hello. Just to check up, I'm all okay. I have Arnot with me. I have all of his gear. I'm going to be returning back to the station with Arnot to get him changed out of his uniform. And then obviously if I can chat to you and Solo after, that'd be great.
Sorry,
Me and Solo will meet you at PD now then, alright?
Yeah, give us about 10-15 minutes because I've got to drive back down.
Oh, we're up north anyway. I'll meet you down there. We're at the PD station at Sandy. On bikes a minute, but we'll meet you down there, alright?
Cool. No worries. See you soon.
In a bit.
No problem. Yeah, so let's do that. I need to, like I say, speak to them. Be another Alpha X-rays. I'm literally, like I say, I'm an Alpha X-ray, so I'm not even gold. I can't authorize anything other than just make sure it's being followed. And as you say, you can't be sacked without having gold approval. If they have gold approval, then they'll tell me who. But if they haven't, then obviously you'll just be suspended at the moment, pending investigation.
They might
or
not,
pending dismissal from gold.
It's just
I know me and you have gone through fucking so many swings and roundabouts, and we both caused each other a bit of headaches. But you know what? I actually look.
Oh yeah, of course we have. But that's all part and parcel of it. Do you know what the problem is?
I was the one
right?
that brought you into traffic, wasn't it?
So I'll tell you, chat. So for me and Arnot, Arnot's obviously basically just gone, look, I let Desbag go because I did a little bit of RP with him and we rolled a dice. Realistically, yeah, listen, we're not going to let someone go that's shot someone with from rolling the dice. I completely agree. But we are talking about the same person, i.e. Desbag, who we arrested the other week, put him in cuffs, put him inside in the police car. he seat wonned himself and told us that he was taking the police car hostage. And we were like, right, do we either go with this or do we just go, no, fuck off, fuck your RP, and then we get him arrested? We ended up, me and Marshall, letting him go and obviously going with the RP side of things and letting him go. So it's like, you know, we can't, where do we draw the line? And not only that, we had the same situation yesterday. Desbag, in the same situation, got shot by police and was knocked down. Did I just have knocking at the door? I swear it was knocking. The same person got shot and got downed by police. He got straight up and ran off. And so obviously that you could turn around and say not RP and injuries as well. So how many, you know, where is your limit on RP to realism? You've got, you know, it's a very bad situation, right? It's a very tough situation to be in. And Arnot has literally gone, all right, we'll go with the RP side of things and we'll let him continue. We won't arrest him and we'll let him go. You get that side of things. But if they want us, please, to be the opposite and be really strict and stuff like that, we won't do that anymore. And like Desbag won't get away with half the stuff because we'll just be so down the line. And remember the other day, actually, Desbag got shot by LB. LB was upset and that he got his gun taken, got back to the station. Desbag decided to go and put him in some army gear, come down to the station and act like a lieutenant of the army and say he's working with LB, he needs to be let go. If we were police, so I'm in the wrong then, chat, right? I'm just as bad because I've gone with the RP that the lieutenant of the army, which is just Desbag made up into a different character as Egghead, has come down the station and told me, no, he's working undercover and he's just shot him. Like, so I'm just as bad to blame, right? Because I've gone with that RP. I get, listen, going with that RP to dice rolling is two completely different things. I'm not downplaying that side of things, but it's still role-playing the server. So this is Arnot's side that we've got. We now need to go and get Molly's side with Solo and the rest of them to try and work out the best thing. Right, come on, let's go down to the station. He has Nadine, but Desbag did it the other day with us. And obviously I applauded him at the time because it was good. It was, you know, something different, not seen it before. And it was like, yeah, brilliant. If they were to do it all the time, then obviously we'd start to cotton on to it. But ultimately, you know, that is, he got he got shot and then he's used an advantage like that to get a shooter out of custody, which is fine. You know, it's good. It's role play behind it and stuff like that. But then, you know, Arnot's done what he's done. I just need to find out from Molly and Solo's side, because I don't want to sit there and take Arnot's side because, you know, I'm a friend of Arnot's and stuff like that. I don't want to sit there and do that because ultimately, you know, Molly, Solo, Sham, Zach, everyone in that meeting is just as capable of doing just as good police work as myself and making big decisions. So ultimately, you know, you don't want to like downplay their actions based on one side's story. There's always two sides to a story. Always two sides to a story at the end of the day. So until you find out the other side, and a lot of people say there's three sides to the story. There's yours, mine, and the facts or the truth. So until we find out their side, we don't know. He didn't get, yeah, see, I gave the gun back, Nadine, but Arnot didn't. Yeah, it should, technically it shouldn't have happened, but he bought the RP in front of me, so I had to deal with the RP in front of me. Cause Arnot shouldn't have been sacked, but it's just the attitude, I think, taking no responsibility. Yeah, like I say, Blondie, until I find out from what Solo and Molly say about Arnot's attitude, we won't know, will we? Because Arnot will play it however he wants to play it to see fit, but until I get the official answer, because we know what Arnot's been like the last few days, right? He's been crashing out. He's been moaning on radio that the traffic cars aren't very good, and just making it publicly aware that he's having a shit time because the city's shit, basically, right? And that's what we've had from him. So now we want to find out the police side of things to see whether they marry up. But for me, straight away, I'm looking and going, okay, he did let a criminal go, so we'll be looking at some sort of suspension for poor police work. I don't know what strike he was... Was you on a level before this, or is this your first warning?
No, there's nothing before this.
Okay. So yeah, you'd be looking at what sort of level would
previous
that
ones,
be?
but there's nothing current, I believe.
Our previous ones are done now.
So yeah, we'll find out from Molly and Solon. We'll take their side of events, and then we'll work out all together as alphas what the old
Anyone's head gone really scatty.
A little bit, mate. I'm about 35 blinks, but it's going up again. What's up? How you doing, Muxon? Muxonson, I should say. Yeah, I was watching from DC side. It was extremely quick thinking of Doe's bag to think of the army excuse to get the gun back. As soon as he was told Cav, that's when he put Derek in his place and said it can't be helped. Ah, okay, fair enough. Alright, come, let's go get your uniform off. I don't know whether you're going to be able to access it here, or do you need to go to...
I think I need to go to a clothing store.
Oh, fuck, okay. Let me just go log on. Hello, mate.
Do you want me to take him?
You what, mate? What'd you say?
Did you want me to take him in the car?
Yeah, we'll go take him now. I just didn't know if I had a clothing bag on me. No, we don't. Alright, let's go. What rank? So we're currently Alpha X-Ray 1, which is basically special command. Alright, let me get a car. Yeah, it's basically special command. So we're... I used to be gold, and then I stepped down from gold, and now I'm just below gold. For now. Is Arnot? Yeah, Arnot got fired. So we're just trying to clear out the pieces and find out what's going on, really. There you go.
Oh, can't get out.
Derek was locked up before Dice. Derek was locked up for 1 hour. Yeah, sitting in the cell for 1 hour probably. Taylor, how are you doing? Good to see ya. Shane coming in with a heart me. Let's go. And CTSO, thank you for the rose. Appreciate you. So yeah, we're gonna find out in gold office. Perfect. Cool.
This shop don't work.
Oh, really?
No.
I think it just sounds a little bit all unfair, to be honest.
Shit. Do you think it sounds a little bit all unfair? Like I say, chat, we've only seen Arnot's side for now, so we can't take any sides at all at the moment. We have to literally wait for Molly. The other store. That one wasn't working.
There's angel cakes.
Once we find out Molly's side, then we can go from there. Ellie coming in. Let's go. Thank you so much for the rose as well. Ellie, Joel, Tommy, and Bill. Let's go. Perfect. Perfect. Just getting Arnot changed. And I'll be up. Jason with another £10. W's for Jason. Let's go, man. Thank you so much, buddy. That's 100 and oh my god, £112 today. You are incredible, man. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you're coming out of hospital next week. Really are. £112 donation from you coming in on YouTube. That is insane. Jason, I'm so pleased you're coming out of hospital next week. Thank you so much, man. Obviously, I appreciate the support massively.
Bring back Arnot.
Stephen, let's go. Thank you so much for the heart me as well. Chat, we're trying to bring back Arnot as best as we can, but like I say, we've listened to one side of the story. We now need to listen to the other side just to make sure. Because we know Arnot, like I say, he's been moaning the last few days about the cars, stuff like that. So we know he can be quite broad about or quite upfront about his answers. But like I say, he can't physically be sacked. He has to be suspended until gold.
Angel smells.
So we'll do our best. We'll do our best to protect him as best as we can.
That's fucking
right. I can't stick it on the other alphas and just be like, look,
what?
This is wrong or whatever. We have to listen to them.
Right now.
Pro Gaming, let's go. Thank you so much. How are we doing? Good to see you. Kaylee, good to see you.
All right, ma'am.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Sausage.
He's very opinionated. Yeah, we know he is. We know he is. Yo, let's go. Of course, Jason. Yeah, because of the Twitch Tangiers. Hey, man, honestly, thank you so much, buddy. You didn't have to do any of that. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Really do appreciate that. Fucking hell, Arnot. It's not a fashion competition. Fuck me, it's not a fashion competition here.
I'm trying to find something that fits, mate. Now you're in my way.
Have you got a car?
Me?
Yeah.
I've got a skateboard.
Okay. Obviously, I'm going to go back to Gold now and speak to them. I need your number before I go.
Yeah. Oh, okay, give me 1 sec then, hang on.
There you go. Right, I'll speak to you in a bit.
See you later, mate. Appreciate you.
Right, let's go back.
Just a quick one. Do you know what the update's going to be on Beaumont? Do you know what the outcome's going to be, sorry?
Beaumont?
Yeah, he's made a traffic interview, and Zach's told me not to strike him because he was on a bike with no helmet.
If I'm honest, mate, if I'm honest, I have no idea. I am an alpha unit that just deals with alpha out on the streets. I don't deal with anything disciplinary, really, unless it's been brought to me. So I'll find out for you. I have no idea.
Caution. Gate in motion.
Jason, let's go. Let me just find out the beef of it first, if you don't mind, and then we can certainly sort something out as we go. Because if Arnot's being sacked, right, for stupidity in the police force or whatever, I don't want myself to be stupid during this interview. I want to find out. This is like someone's livelihood on the line right now, yeah? So we all have to realize that Arnot is like trying to be a full-time streamer or whatever. He's in the city all the time. That has no excuses on what he does and what anyone else does as well. If you fuck up, you fuck up, whatever. But this is quite a serious thing, so I want to make sure that we give it our proper 100% so that we can obviously get it right. So obviously I appreciate it. We will sort them type of stuff out. But just while we hear the nitty and gritty, let's just make sure we do it properly. Hey, Yo.
Hi.
Right, so should we go over and sit on the sofas?
Yeah. Before we start or anything, Tom, right?
Yeah, go on.
Us, not our...
Oh, excuse me.
We let the boys take this, which was Sham, Oscar Charlie 1, and Carter. Okay? And, yeah.
Fuck, what
Obviously, input from us. We couldn't really get involved with the situation because it was regarding
That'll do.
the person who did stuff to us then, if you get what I mean.
Yep.
So, what was it you yourself was going to ask?
So, obviously, I've gone up and spoken to Arnot. I've managed to get all of his stuff off of him, and I've also managed to get him to change outfits and stuff like that. Now, obviously, you know, I'm making sure that my friendship with Arnot stays out of this because I have got on really well with Arnot. We ride along most days. I know what he's like, everything like that. I know that Arnot's a very strong, opinionated person, and for the last sort of week, he's been crying every day because the cars are shit, everything's shit, blah, blah, blah. So I know what he can be like. So I just wanted, like, I've heard one side of the story. I want to hear the other side that was actually in the meeting because there's always two sides to the story. And then basically come together with you guys to find out exactly what the outcome was, why it was, and then go from there, basically.
So are you better at
I'll just tell you the simple facts of the situation. So
Please.
Derek was in custody. There was 2 shootings, one that Arnot knew about, which he said he knew about, and then obviously the one that involved me and Molly. Arnot's obviously been in the cells with him. It wasn't his PIC. He's still gone and dealt with that PIC and released him from custody. He already knew about the one shooting with yourself. I believe yourself was involved with Derek on a shootout.
Yep.
And still hadn't processed. The excuse was, he wasn't my arrest. I'm not doing everyone else's paperwork. Now, if we see someone commit a crime as a police officer,
yep,
and we do nothing about it, We have been told multiple times that falls under the big C word, yeah?
Yep.
He has stood by, released someone from custody from one firearm shooting you know about. If he couldn't get any information on the second one, which we understand, the communication wasn't there for the second one, but he's still gone and released someone and not processed for something he knew about, which is a big issue. Because we've watched someone commit a crime,
Yeah, Flinny, let's
had
go.
knowledge of that,
So we're doing our best, mate. We're doing our
and not
best.
followed through and just released them. I understand that sometimes in the cells we have a joke and a laugh, you know, sing us a song, we'll give you 10 months off, whatever. But because of the severity of what Derek was involved in,
Yep.
yeah, he could have had 10 months off, 20 months off, whatever, as we normally do, and we're all for that. But when it falls to completely releasing someone, because the way he spoke up here, it was it's not my job, I didn't arrest him. His attitude was, I can't be asked. Which I understand. Some people get thrown PICs.
Yeah.
They were tools available to him.
Yeah.
The MDT was already there, and confirmed it was there by the Trojan officers and everyone who dealt with it. He blatantly couldn't be asked. He didn't even look. So the first problem was going to deal with a PIC that he had no involvement with. The second part was playing dice to release someone. You're basically gambling on someone's prison sentence, which is not what we'd expect for someone in a command position. And
Is he gone? Hello? Hello?
oh, sorry, my mouse muscle.
Fucking hell, I thought it was me.
No. My mouse muscle kind of went blip. Where did I stop?
You said he could never be asked, and then.
Yeah. So the first point was he's.
Are you right, guys?
Can we come in or no?
Great. How you doing?
We just need Zach for a minute, if you don't mind, guys.
All right.
Yeah, so the first point was he's went and dealt with the PIC when he shouldn't have. If that's what he's claiming, he knew nothing about it, but he said to us in the meeting he knew about the previous shooting with you and Arnot, so he had sufficient evidence, and there was evidence on an MDT to send him down for that. Second point was he's then gambled someone's prison sentence with dice, which is definitely not what we'd expect. Like I said, we'd have a little sing-song, couple of months off, job done. Third point then, he's released someone from custody that has committed a crime, and I don't think people realize that if you stand there and you watch someone steal a car, you're as much a part of that crime as a police officer as they are.
I'll come out and say that obviously the words "I can't be asked" did not come out of his mouth, but it was the persona and the attitude that was with everything, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I know, like I say, I know Arnot for the last week has been crying for various reasons, such as the cars, such as, various things. And I know he's quite a upfront talker, so he'll just sort of come out with it how it is. Now, we know we get a lot of different characters in this city that like to push the boats out, like to do all various things. Just a basis on that point yesterday that from the Desbag situation. Now, obviously, I was with Arnot. I got Waters called us to go to the hospital because Derek had a gun with Big Kev, and he said, "Go to there. They've got 2 guns. Go get them." So obviously, we got to the hospital and we were like, "Okay, we're heading to the hospital." I went onto the other radio where I think you guys were or not, up north being shot at. Carter then said, "No, we need you up north, blah, blah, blah." So we were like, "Well, what do you want? Do you want us to go to the hospital and pick up someone that's got a gun, or do we need to go up north with you guys?" Carter's like, no, I need you to come up north. So you're telling me to leave someone in the hospital with 2 firearms on the streets? And then I interjected, well, no, we're going to stay at the hospital and pick up. So I got some unarmed officers to come to the hospital. Again, we were only made aware that they had a firearm, and that was basically it. There was no sort of indication of what they'd done, other than they'd shot someone, basically. But we obviously got no evidence of that at the time. we stayed at a hospital. We managed to get hold of them. I pulled out my firearm, went to, open fire on him because he started to pull one. And I think Arlo was the person that shot Desbag at the time. Got him back to the station. And obviously Arnot and myself were calling over radio to get people to come back to deal with him because we had no evidence other than obviously him pulling the firearm on us there and then. So everyone was sort of refusing to do that. I know he was getting quite irate from that, and then I flew out because I had to catch my flight, so I didn't see anything further from there.
Did you ask over the radio what was the situation going on?
Yeah, so I asked because obviously there was loads of people multi-agency, and there was loads of people, and there was loads of state zeros going off. And obviously, I was trying to go between radios to find out where we were needed. And ultimately, Waters said to me on one of the radios, Big Kev, because we were heading up north to come to you guys, and then Big Kev come past us in the Range Rover. So they said, go chase the Range Rover. It's got Big Kev and Desbag. They're heading to the hospital. Go to the hospital because they've got guns. That's where we're heading. And then as we got to the hospital, that's where Carter was like, no, we need you up north. So we're sort of like, where do we go? Do we go up north? Do we not? And the communication was pretty poor. In general, and working out what was on, because I think there was 2 or 3 armed officers down. I think you were taken hostage at the time. And it was kind of like, well, there's literally just myself as an armed unit available at this time, and the rest of them were all unarmed. So where do we go? So based on the fact that he's in hospital with 2 guns, I was like, right, let's prioritize that because we've got a lot of officers around us, and that's what we prioritised. But the evidence to say that he'd shot further up north or whatever, there wasn't any. And still to this day, I don't know what was dealt with after I flew out, but I don't believe, at the time that Arnott was with him, there was any evidence. So he kept asking for people to come down and help him and sort him. Nadine, thanks so much for the tier 1. Appreciate you. And no one's even asking on the radio or answering to come down and help. So I know it was pretty pissed off from that before I even flew out myself. And as we all know ourselves, if there's lack of evidence to someone, we've got to let them go. But obviously we have seen him with the firearm at the hospital, and Arlo shot him down before he even had realistic chance to do much.
Okay.
So that's that point, obviously, certainly. I know, like I said, that's why I wanted to find out your side, what had happened in the meeting, what Arnott was like in general, so we can obviously make a better picture of it.
Yeah, so the boys led the meeting, so Zach and Sham led the meeting, we just stood by. But his attitude was shit. It's not what you'd expect out of someone in command. It was blame everyone else, don't blame, don't take accountability. We can't, from my point, we can't have someone, not even just in command,
All right, let's
in the
go
force,
with the donuts.
who wants to come in with that. We're here to be challenged, don't get me wrong, but don't come in with that attitude of, it wasn't my job. Because this is where the divides come with PD. Everyone's like, you arrest them, you do the paperwork, you arrest them, you do the paperwork. Someone just do the fucking paperwork. We're supposed to be a team. But that's his whole attitude. Is I'll do what basically his attitude is I'll do my job and my job only, which I understand, but then also
he took the gun off of him.
He hasn't done the job.
On top of all that as well, I have been more than lenient with Arnott on multiple occasions.
So just before we go any further, the job that happened yesterday that he let him out from, where is the MDT for that?
It's restricted, I believe. Have you got the gold cert?
Yeah, you should have.
Was it restricted last night?
It wasn't restricted last night. No, I restricted it earlier on when I wrote it at about 5 o'clock.
Yeah, Tom should be able to see it.
All right, let me get the gold cert because I think that was gone.
Do you not have it?
No, I'm about to get it back.
I don't believe the body cam's on there, but I could stick it on so you can see what actually happened.
Let me give myself the gold cert. Hold on. Oh, I do have it. Okay, let me...
No, you should be able to see it.
Let me just have a look for it now.
So I'm about to put the body cam in a link at the bottom. This was the scenario regarding why Derek was wanted in the first place.
Right, chat. Let's have a look.
Where is it? What am I looking at?
It's at the very bottom of the MDT in the body cam. I had to put a link in.
Molly Hugh kidnapping, is that the one?
Yeah.
Why can't I see it?
Should be able to see
I
its
can see
golden
it.
arm,
I
sir.
literally just put Molly in home.
I'm fucking blind then, clearly.
Just type in Molly home.
Right. So when was that added?
The body cam?
Yeah.
The body cam was just added now. It was Carter's. He was
Right,
meant to be
okay.
dealing with it, but I believe he got caught up.
So we've got
There's
body
something
cam
else
just added
behind.
now. I'm looking at all of the information. It seems like Arnot went on it at 06:03, and then all of the evidence was added after that, way into the middle of the night. And in fact, into today, the last sort of all the evidence officially was added this afternoon.
Yeah.
Which, if we've got a high suspect criminal with shots fired and everything like that, from knowing what I know last night before I flew out, that Arnott was asking for people to come down and deal with it, and no one could be asked at the time. And I know that from listening on the radio myself. And we've only just added the information now. What do we turn around and say if we've got criminals in the cells and we need to deal with them and we need the evidence to deal with them? If the evidence has only just been added today, how are we meant to deal with it?
He should have.
Jaden was in cells with him.
The people who were dealing with it was 5 feet away from him.
Right. Well, according
there's Mikey and Carter who were both.
So when I was in the cells, obviously, like I say, I left before he was even sentenced, so I wasn't at that point. But when I was there was no one around that was dealing with the scene. He was trying to get more people down. So if he then turned around to me and said that he obviously sent them off because, or he let them go because there was no one else dealing with them, and obviously that's what he's turned around to you guys as well, and said they mustn't have been there when Derek was in the cells, or they were refusing to deal with him.
Okay, Tom.
Based on
if that's
based
the
on
case, if that's the case, why did he dice roll?
Listen, I'm not disputing the dice roll or anything like that, because ultimately, we all talk about what we do in this in the scenarios and stuff like that. That's a completely different topic to talk about. Firstly, I just want to find out why there's lack of evidence. If we've got such a high-profile situation that's gone on, that evidence should be almost in as quickly as we can to make sure we get them down, right? Let's deal with one thing at a time. MDTs, we know, are always a problem. We know that people palming suspects off to other people is a problem. And two of them issues that has caused some of this has led to part of why this person's been let go. Not all of it, but part of it, right?
I agree, MDTs are an issue.
So there's two things that we need to address as well. And listen, this is me not trying to defend Arnott in any way, but simply from looking at the facts and looking at what I held last night, there's two things that obviously let the situation down. Arnott, dice rolling, again, we've already been told, we can't be doing them type of things anymore. But it still happens. Criminals still try, and get away with things. We know that happens. I'm not going into the other thing because I'm unsure on the situation, or unsure on the... Yeah, I won't say any more on that, but there's been things that I know about and that happened to me as well that is fairly consistent with what's happened in this situation. So I want to make sure it's consistent across the board. Now moving on to Arnott's situation that's happened. Obviously, Arnott, we've got two things, as you said. One, what he's done, and his attitude is the second one, right? That's the two things that's led to this dismissal.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go with the first one, and let's go with them both. Okay, how have we got to level 4 before we got to 1, 2, and 3? Just as a question.
Because it doesn't need a level.
Okay, so level 4, who's approved it in gold?
So it's a conversation that's been had
Mm-hmm.
with Baker previously as well.
Okay.
And we have all been told to make the decisions we need to make while he's not here.
Right. Okay, So I'm just because I'm just looking at down every avenue here, because obviously level 4
I
is
understand, Tom.
dismissed and it has to be approved by gold.
But I'm going to clarify the strike system. Corruption does not require a strike. Corruption is watching someone commit a crime and not doing anything about it.
Okay. It's difficult for me to say, chat. It's difficult for me to try and to argue it, because at this point he makes a good point, because corruption is obviously a problem, but then there's a lot of other things that go on around it, isn't there? There's a lot of other things. Let's have a look at the thing. Like corruption is, you know, they say you're not allowed to do corruption, which is fine. What level of corruption is it for letting them go like that without any evidence of the situation? Right, okay. Because there's so many things that happen in the city that you could class as corrupt. It's just picked on the one thing, isn't it? I'm not trying to defend him. At the end of the day, if it's down to them, if it's down to Baker ultimately. If Baker's makes a decision, that we need to be a lot harder. But then we're going to cause a lot more issue in the city, chat. And criminals want us to be a bit of both. But we'll just be, if we be so hard on it, then people won't get away with anything. People won't be able to get away with anything. So I think this is a conversation really that should be made. As much as you say it's not, the only way that Arnot gets saved in this situation is an OOC situation from the owners, basically, and Baker turning around and saying, look, this is what we want, this is what we don't want, and then you just clamp down on it completely. It's difficult for me to argue the points that has been raised. Arnot's let someone go that had a firearm on rolling the dice. Yeah, I can't defend that, right? The attitude you could defend and say, right, it's got to be strikes, but the ultimate thing of that, the only thing I would turn around and say is, look, let's at the end of the day, let's just suspend him for the time being, and then let's have a proper conversation with Baker. Right, okay. So like, oh, where's Molly gone? She gone?
Pop, I think.
I should have popped.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, we're all together here, aren't we? So we can't defend corruption. Corruption's corruption, right? The attitude side of things, you know, I can believe half of it because I've probably seen some of it anyway. My only situation I've got is really consistency, because, you know, we've got to draw a line, haven't we, somewhere? And the problem with like Desbag as a prime example, Desbag is someone. The other day, we arrested me and Marshall. We arrested him, put him in cuffs. We put him inside the police car. He's then somehow shuffled into the front seat, claimed he's taken the car hostage, and then tried to wiggle his way out of it. We've got Desbag shot, running off from it. We've got there's so many situations that we've just got to try and find a consistency from it. If we turn around and say, right, okay, everything from here, no matter what you do, because ultimately, you know, people have been told you're not allowed to sing anymore, you're not allowed to dance for certain things, to do certain things off. So that's kind of a level of not allowed to do anyway, aren't we? So it's kind of where do we go with this to be consistent?
I mean, we all know the answer to this, Tom, because we spoke about it before. The PD got left in shambles. I then took over. I left. They got left in shambles again.
Yep.
Then other people took over. That's where the consistency's failed. But every single officer is expected to do what we would do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what we would do in that situation, we expect everyone below us to do, and that's what we train to do. The problem being is, there's been so many changes, and that's not down to our guys' fault. That's down to all of us who's got up and fucked off, whatever. But it's always consistent when Commander in.
Yep.
It's not consistent when Command aren't here.
Yep.
But we can't hold ourselves accountable when we're not here and it's not being reported to us. The consistency is the PD aren't here to fuck about. The PD are here to be a PD.
The problem, I think, is just the transition of it. That's where
there is too many transitions.
That's what I'm alluding to, right? Because, you know, 1 minute we've got myself in charge with Baker, and then obviously step down. Then we have someone else in charge, and slightly different rules or standards get brought in. Then obviously you come in, then standards slightly change again, and then you leave, then the next standards change, and there's constant change, and no one really knows a true thing. And then on the other hand, officers are being told that we need to lighten up slightly to, welcome everyone's imagination. Let's go with that word, or that abbreviation. And then on the next token, we're being told, no, we can't do that. We need to button up now. And there's so many inconsistencies, and officers don't know whether they should be, farting or laughing because they're not sure which one they're allowed to do.
So this can be cleared up quite quick. There was a meeting that the whole of PD were involved in, where Baker set the standards and set the grounds of the expectations of everyone. I don't think you were there, Tom. Were you there?
No.
I think he was not.
There was a meeting PD-wide when Baker took back over. He set expectations and standards that the PD is to go to this no fuck about attitude again. And they've been clear ever since.
But they haven't been followed?
Yes. Not when Commander not around.
Whenever I've seen something or had something made aware, I've always acted the same way. I would have acted the same way with anyone, regardless. As long as they are my division, I would have acted the same way I have in this scenario. So I know you were speaking about the consistency of things, and I'm pretty sure you were speaking about it, higher than me. But I'm definitely wanting to let you know that the consistency thing from my standpoint, it's always going to be the same. I don't do none of this. It's one rule for someone and then a rule for others bullshit, because we've all been PCs. We all know what it is like to feel that way. It feels like it's probably only 5-6 months ago when Hugh was in charge, when I was coming to him with the same issues.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to set that standard in traffic. If one person does something and then someone else does it, they will get the same punishment. I just want to make everyone in this room aware that is how I'm doing it. So I don't want it.
I think we need, rather than words, we need actions, right?
Suggest instead of chasing him, just suspend him
how
until
many
you check with Baker.
How many times do we have a meeting? Some people miss it, some people don't. We have notes that people don't read in an email system. We need I think realistically, the only way we solve this, and the only way we start consistency and say, right, from today's date this is happening, we have a PD wide training session. We lay everything down on the line, we show everyone how it's done properly, and then if it's not followed from that date, game over. You start action in strikes. And it's there with Baker, it's there with all of us. We all show everyone how it's done, and then you move forward. Because ultimately, people see certain messages, don't see messages. People see the way things are done sometimes on scene, and then they think, oh, well, that's different to how it was told to do the other day. And then another scene happens, and that's different to how that one is. But if we do a full PD-wide training session, show everyone, this is what I expect on Evangelico. This is what I expect on a Bobcat. This is what I expect on an art gallery from every hostage situation. You armed officers should be pointing your gun at them. You should be doing that. You should be doing this. If I don't see this happening, you're getting your strikes. We need to set that standard.
I 100% agree with you.
I 100%
But I will tell you one thing. If I am here, the expectation is the same from everyone, and everyone gets treated the same. Me and Zach have a really good friendship outside of being police.
Yep.
He still gets bollocked like anyone else.
No,
You've told me off more times than I can count.
The way I've always done it, right, is if I haven't shown you how to do it, how do I expect you to do it properly?
No, I don't disagree, mate. I don't
can't. This is not just getting away from the situation that's happened. But if we haven't set that standard and shown them how to do it, then we're in a boat where, okay, you should just be doing it because I've told you to do it almost. Let's go and show them how to do it. Set up a PD meeting, a PD training session, get it all done, and then everything from there, the line is then crossed, no more from there, and move forward. I think that's the only way we're now to do it properly. Yeah, literally, because ultimately, like from what Arnot did the other day, would have been acceptable 2 months ago, but the fact that because it's all moving around in different shapes all the time, it's it's just when are we going to switch on and do it properly? That's basically who's going to turn that light on and say, right, from this day forward, this is done properly. Not just when command are in, when command aren't in either, because we should be having a little sleep, wake up in the morning and go, fucking hell, we had a really good police night last night and no commander was in. Because everyone's taking responsibility for their actions.
I agree with you. But the Arnot situation is in every single day. He was in the meeting. He knows the standards. It doesn't excuse what he did.
No, I'm not disputing that.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just pointing that out because obviously you brought Arnott into that little bit there. But even if we're going to set the standards from here on onwards, he was already aware of these standards.
Okay, so Baker has turned around and said he is fired. Is that correct?
Baker never said anything. But
Right.
Baker, the conversation that we've had with Baker is that when he's not around or anybody else, is there any decisions that are made that he will back? That is what Baker has told us.
Okay. No worries. All right. Well, the decision
we gave advice to Sham and Zach. We let Sham and Zach run that, and we told them whatever decision we make, we will stand by that because that's what we're here to do. We stand by to make decisions.
Okay. No worries. Well, at the moment, like I say, you guys have made the decision. I'm not gonna like trample over and say I don't agree or whatever, or this is how it should be done. Because at the end of the day, we're a team. We make a decision as a team. That's what you guys have come up with. That's fine. We'll go with that. And when we speak to Baker next, we'll get it all in writing and make sure the consistency is from there. I think we need a PD meeting. Or sorry, a PD training session.
Yeah, no, I totally agree on the meeting side of things. And
Perfect. Okay, no worries. Let's reconvene when we speak to Baker.
Sounds good.
Lovely.
Everyone clear? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, right, cool. Let's get out there.
Right, let's do it. Right. I think I'll go speak to Arnott and speak to him about the situation. Obviously, I'm just the one alpha, right? There's 4 or 5 alphas. 2 of them were in that meeting along with the rest of them. Baker's told him to make a decision. I can go and say, look, Baker, this is what I think, and have all the other guys in the meeting as well. I can't do anything until Baker's on because he's told them to make the decision. So we're a team. I don't want to go above and beyond them and say, look, I think you're wrong, because ultimately they're not wrong, right? Corruption is a no-no. You can't go and roll dice and get away with it because it's corruption. But for the city roleplay perspective, the city want us to still, the city still is a roleplay server. They want the RP for it, everything like that. I believe that from the standard of the RP in the server, that's kind of something that they would be happy with. Was? That ain't gonna be Was, is it? That looks like Was. Please say it is Was. Is that you, Was?
Yeah. I disagree with what they've done.
Sorry?
Arnold. He's gone, hasn't he?
How do you know that?
Caution.
How do I know he was sat? We spoke to him, remember? He told us he was sat.
Alright, yeah. Well, we'll go and speak to Arnot and see from there. Where is he? Let's have a call. But yeah, from the city's
Having
point
heard
of
all
view.
of that, I still think it's unfair as he's not the only one that's done it.
No, this is what I'm trying to get to. I can't turn around in that meeting and go out of character and be like, listen, look, what he did is minor in comparison. Yeah, we can play some games. No worries, we can play some games. That's kind of minor compared to what other people have done and other things have done. You know, Desbag is someone that is trying to create loads of different RP, and he's tried to prolong the RP further. I can't say that in the city, right? That is a conversation that if I was to voice my opinion OOC to do, they've made a decision in city, and they know it themselves as well. They can only act on their... where's Arnot? They can only act on what they've seen in front of them. What? It didn't even save. Call Arnot and tell him to meet.
You want to call him,
yeah? Yeah. I swear it saved, but for some reason it hasn't.
You know my disciplinary?
Yeah.
Am I best to take it to Baker?
Hey! Where's Roberts?
What do you
Where's
want?
Right, Roger.
Why have you not phoned Arnot yet?
Sorry? I'm trying to find Arnot, but for some reason...
It's on the back of this fucking bike.
Oh, come on then. Get in, Arnot.
Get off, you
right,
twat. Call me, babe.
Thank you, Rog.
I don't know why my phone hasn't saved your number. Do it again.
Oh, right.
What's the outcome now? Because obviously you went back, didn't you?
I don't know. It says you've accepted it.
What have you saved it as? Arnot. Chat, why is it not showing this screen? Why is it not... when I type in Arnot, nothing comes up.
It's just Arnot. It should just come on there.
Yeah, no, it's not coming up as Arnot. It's not saving. Yeah, I thought I did, but it hasn't saved. Right, basically, obviously I've spoken to them both, and they've turned around and said, what you've done is obviously a form of corruption, which I can't disagree with, because obviously someone with a firearm has obviously come to the station. I've tried to fight the fact that I was in the station with you.
Tom.
Hold on, well, let me talk, okay? Let me talk, and then you can have your conversation after. I've turned around and said I was in the station with you. You were trying to get someone to come down and take over. No one was coming down, and you were getting rather irate about it. The dice throwing, I can't defend because we know that technically you're not allowed to do it anyway. But the consistency from what you done to someone else done, etc., is just too much inconsistency. And what you done there would have been absolutely acceptable a month, 2 months ago.
Can I just add something onto what you're saying, Robert?
You can do in a minute. And then obviously they said about your attitude and stuff like that. It was more your attitude where you just didn't really care. You didn't. The fact that you'd done it, it was just like, well, I'm not bothered. I'll do my job, and someone else should be doing their job, basically.
Which isn't wrong.
Which is not wrong. However, you are still a police officer,
do their job.
You know, you still need to take accountability, regardless of if no one else is. So that's part
I took
of that.
accountability in the meeting. They just weren't willing to accept it.
So basically, I turned around and said that I need to speak to Baker. This decision will just have to stand for now as it is. Baker told them that they make the decisions when he's not around, and make whatever decision is available. Baker will be back around tomorrow and Saturday, so I'll have a little chat with him anyway regarding it. I'm not going to go in like a ball and china shot and say, look guys, you're wrong, you need to overturn it just there and then, because I think it's unfair. I need to have a conversation with Baker and Molly and Solo to discuss this further. There's a lot of things that I wanted to say, but I know I can't say, which is the same reason what you've said. So basically I need to sort of have that with Baker and Molly and Solo to work out where we go from there, basically. But for the time being, you know, you'll just have to go with Roger, and we'll see where we go from there.
So just going back to what you were saying about corruption. I was in India 99 yesterday, yeah?
Yeah.
Where Molly and Solo were taken. Shots were fired, and then Carter or someone from Trojan turn over the radio and say, if Molly shoots Solo, shoot Molly. So what, they're just going to get away with shooting their own?
Well, let's bring that up for a second. Sorry, one sec, right? When not too long ago, right, I went up to the Gold Office and told in front of Mariano, Molly, and Solo that I was taking GX1, right, as a joke. And Mariano shot me in the head. But that's okay. That's fine, is it?
This is what I'm saying.
This is what I'm struggling to understand.
I said to him, there's a lot of inconsistencies regarding the standards, and they both agreed. They both said that, you know, we need to tighten up on it. However, the situation with yourself, you were in multiple meetings with the with Baker, with the mayor, let's call him, that has said the announcements. We must button up. The fun police are now here, and we need to sort ourselves out. And obviously after that, you've then done this, and they're like, well, he knows you can't do that because the fun police have already told him he can't, but he's still done it. That's where I've sat and gone, okay, I can't defend that, and I'm sure you can agree with that part. But
no, that's fine. I get that. But
however,
it's not worthy of a fucking sacking. I've put 60 hours a week in for 6 months.
They've come up. They've
60 hours a week for 6 months for what? A game of dice? Come on. Surely between them they can muster up an ounce of fucking common sense. Surely. Like, it's not like I went off the rails and did like something stupid. And they can talk about the fun police all they want, but they also still do funny shit and fun shit when they see fit. They can't pick and choose and play with people's careers when they see fit. If it's consistent, it has to be consistent for everyone, and it isn't. And I am now being the scapegoat for their bullshit.
I've
so wrong.
already made that aware that it is very inconsistent, right? And they've also agreed it's very inconsistent throughout. They've said obviously the meeting happens, and you were in all their meetings. If you weren't in any meetings, it might have been a little bit of a different story. But the fact you know the standards that are being trying to be pushed, and obviously
you standards.
You've gone and done that, and then obviously they turn around and say that you were not taking the attitude and stuff coming out of the meeting and stuff like that. They didn't agree with, and then they've decided to sack
I
you.
matched the energy they were giving me.
Okay, listen.
I mean, I've got my body cam was running for that meeting. I have body cam proof of the way Zach Cananda spoke to me in that meeting.
If you want to pass it over to me, I'd love to see it. I'll happily take it and see it myself. But I cannot overturn their decision.
No, I know that.
Without Baker.
I appreciate your help, mate.
Okay,
I know.
So I can only go to Baker with them as alphas because we're a team at the end of the day. I'm not gonna go. I said to him already. I'm not gonna be like a bull in China shop, or I'm not gonna shit on your parade and say I think this is wrong. We need to overturn it because that's not my decision. I can only give my point of view and give my reasonings behind it to Baker and to them, and then Baker makes that final call whether it's right or wrong. But from my opinion, there is too many inconsistencies. What you've done today would have happened a couple of weeks ago, and it would have been consistently fine for everything else. The person you've done it to as well is also someone that has done many other things of questionability as well, and it's been got away with. So ultimately, we need a training exercise where we come down on a Sunday or wherever it is to this big warehouse, and we set up all of the different scenarios, and everyone there is shown by golds and by alphas how to do it properly, and from that moment on the line is then drawn. But until that happens, it's just a big fest fuck, and anyone sort of a free-for-all, and if they get caught or they get picked up, then they get punished. Basically it needs to be standards need to be set and not told.
The problem is the standards need to be consistent for everyone, and they need to stop giving leeway to certain people and specific people, and more importantly, each other. Because it's all good and well saying we need to hit the standard. And I agree,
thank you so much for the follows.
Policing,
appreciate it, and everyone being around here.
There also needs to be a slight ounce of common sense in working out what this ultimately is if you boil it all down, and they don't seem to be able to do that. Like the inconsistency about how things are handled is
Chat,
ridiculous.
stick one in the chat if you want to listen.
There's been
If you
other
want to watch
officers
the
that
meeting
have
after this.
that have lost their jobs, one being Scotty T, right, over daft stuff that could have been solved in other ways, but instead it goes the opposite way because they can't.
I completely agree
Scott,
where
like
Arnott
I
is
said
coming
earlier,
from.
right, Scotty's one. I do somewhat understand, but also if you take it with a different perspective and the perspective that it is intended with, like, it's understandable. Like, but it's always like our way or the highway, and I get that they are command, but they need to be consistent with every decision that they make. And the ultimate answer is they aren't consistent with the decision they make, and there is a reason they both stepped down from Gold Command.
And I think they personally shouldn't have a say in what goes on.
No, and I don't. What I also don't understand,
Baker.
right? The rules are, and it is in the SOP, which is in the emails. If someone is getting fired or sacked, it has to be signed off by Gold Command, not the chief inspector of the division that person's in.
Listen, I questioned it. Gold, i.e. Baker, has given full authorization for Alpha X-rays to make the decision on his behalf when he's not here.
But my issue is they didn't.
Yo, Dan coming in 22
Hernandez
months. Thank you,
did,
buddy.
and they didn't say anything. They
On the
didn't
guidance
say,
of Alphas.
But no, he went off. He went off on one. I've already been told that it was the original plan was a strike and a demotion, and he changed his mind midway through because I was going back at him with the same energy he was coming back at me with.
Well, funny enough,
there is nothing has been signed off by any Alpha Command. Nothing has been signed off by Gold Command. It is simply a chief inspector on a power trip. Like, again, more inconsistencies because it just doesn't make sense. It honestly just does not.
Well,
compute
like
in
I
my
say,
brain.
let me have your body cam of the situation. I'll have a little read of it or watch of it myself. Until Baker comes in, I can't do anything anyway. Alphas have signed off
I get that.
from that point. So I'm not going to go above and beyond them to change anything based on them because we're a team, and I wouldn't expect them to do it to me if I had made a decision either. So until I speak to Baker, you just have to sit on your ass and go play with Roger's balls.
Well, Arnott,
Play
funny
with
enough,
Roger's balls.
Hicks was telling me apparently when they went up to Sandy, Zach was saying that he was gutted and he was disappointed that you've been sacked.
He sacked me. He was the one who made the decision. No one else said it.
I just think
no one else said it. It's just strange. This is what I mean. Like,
because Roberts, someone called Jim Street, and and I would say Nicholas Angel as well. They both left, and they've both been re-employed.
Well, we've had various scenarios, right?
Street was sacked, by the way. Not just left.
Street was sacked, and he's now come back because he was on a level 4 level 4 strike, which Baker authorised because Baker did the disciplinary from what the email says. And then obviously he misused his taser, and he was going to get a strike. But his 30 days were up on the level 4, so it only would have been a level 1. And he gave attitude, and he was rude to Zach, and he was like, oh, well, I'm going to fucking quit then, and all this. And he's now been re-employed as a PC.
Well,
also, just a quick, have you deleted your thing in my disciplinary?
Yes, I have, because I was told to. Can anyone got any food? 'Cause I'm fucking starving.
Yeah.
Thank you. See that quickly, because I'm thirsty as well. Let me. You got a drink as well? I know you're giving me one. Oh fuck, that was disgusting.
Hey.
I have to have a drink of water.
I've got
Thank you.
I don't know if that's out of date as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, no,
Cool.
it's low, but it's alright. That one.
Alright, let's let you out of the gate. Fuck,
Yeah.
I need your fucking number, man. Tell me it in. Tell me what it is. So
Give me yours and I'll just ring you.
I've given you mine.
No, I haven't got it, I don't think. Hang on, let me double check.
Steve DeFed. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, yeah, this is Mackin.
Right. Well, I've saved you as Steve the Fed.
Yeah, I don't know why it's done that. That was my old name from years ago. No, months ago.
Yeah, Steve the Fed. Let me change that now. All right, cool. All right, let me let you out.
Sweet.
Caution.
Appreciate you, Tom.
No worries, mate. Have a good one.
Ah,
oh, sorry
off the
about
road, is it?
that. Right, let's go and have a look at the body cam, shall we, chat? And then we'll get ourselves out and about. It's all good fun though, isn't it? It's all good fun in terms of trying to work out what's going on. I'll miss Arnot either way. And I'm not, like, obviously, there's an element of me, like, I want him back because me and him have a good fun together. But then on the other hand, it's like, we're all sort of got to follow rules at the end of the day, haven't we? So we need the consistency, right? We need a VAR check on everyone here. VAR coming in. Let's have a look. Twitch. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey, Arnot's there. Right, let me throw it on the big screen for you guys to see. Let's have a look. I need to make sure my volume's up.
How are
my
we?
music is down. Yeah, my music is down. Cool. How are we? Welcome in, everyone.
Would you like?
Karen, you squeak.
Here we go.
Hey.
Where's Mim?
Should I have a seat, Arnott?
Sure.
So I'm just gonna get straight into it, mate. What happened last night in custody regarding you and Derek?
I agree, Cal.
Me and Derek.
But the problem is there's lots of corruption happening and a lot of standard problems.
What happened?
And it's consistency. That's the problem.
Well, I don't know the full story, but you found yourself in custody.
We either get rid of everyone for doing everything.
And
can they possibly know that?
Somehow ended up released.
Oh yeah, because I wasn't his arresting officer. His arresting officer went to State 11.
Who was the arresting officer?
Either Roberts or Arlo, one of the two.
Well, it weren't Roberts, I don't think, was it?
What about Mickey thing?
It was one of them. I didn't arrest him.
What about the Mickey thing?
Right, okay, so how did Derek end up getting released then?
Well, he was going to be released anyway. His arresting officer went to bed.
You know what Derek did in this situation?
No, because I asked several times over the radio what is being charged with or what was going on, and no one could be asked to reply. So I had no idea what was going on. Roberts asked a few times as well, and no one was willing to actually give any information out. So I can't charge him with something I don't know about. The only thing I could have charged him with was what happened at UHS. But again, I didn't arrest him.
What happened at UHS?
He had a little bit of a spat with Roberts that involved them shooting at each other.
Right, okay, so an officer got shot at, which you witnessed.
Correct.
Or you were aware of at the very least.
Correct.
And because you weren't the arresting officer, instead you decided to let him go. Obviously, you didn't know what happened prior to this, but Derek took 2 officers hostage at gunpoint.
Right,
hence why we were after Derek in the first place.
I couldn't have possibly known that was going on, could I? Because no one was actually bothering to relay the information to the guys in custody.
Okay, so I'll get straight to it. So instead of asking again, because, you know, if Derek's in the cells, he's obviously done something.
We asked a few times, mate. I'm not repeating myself 900 times.
Why did you play dice with him to release him or not?
Well, because he was getting released anyway.
Yeah, what is? Let's go.
So you know he shot at Roberts,
At the very least.
What do you want me to do? Rearrest him and do everyone's paperwork for them because they've got to go state 11? Normal practice is if the arresting officer isn't there, they get released.
Then when
No?
it comes to shooting at officers, it's a bit of a different story, isn't it?
I'm not a firearms officer, mate. I wouldn't know.
But you just told me that you were aware that
I was
him and
aware,
Roberts
yeah.
were shooting each other.
They were shooting each other, yeah.
So you released someone knowing that.
No, he's committed. That's what you said.
But I wasn't.
So was that just like a can't be arsed thing?
Why would it be a can't be arsed?
I'm not doing this paperwork. I know what's happened, but I'm not going to do the paperwork because I'm not the arresting officer. I can't be asked to do it. Even though you was aware that he shot officers, he had a firearm.
Why would I not be asked to do paperwork? Check any MDT I've ever done.
let him
Right?
go,
When I
mate.
do paperwork, I do paperwork.
So, what I'm listening to right now at the moment is I can hear Arnot being very vague with his answers, right? He's literally answering what they're asking him. No more, no less. Like, that's one thing that he's doing at the moment. Like, that may be coming across for him. If we're now not putting Arnot's face in the picture, to them that's probably coming very condescending and coming across better than them, right? Is that the sort of the vibe that you're getting? Because that's kind of what I'm feeling at the moment with the way listening to it. Because I'm sort of looking up at the same time as listening as well. So that's kind of what I'm getting from that at the moment.
Okay, yeah, but at the end of the day, you still let someone go.
Alright, so hang on.
Yeah, this is what we're trying to deal with, Cal, at the moment. There's double standards at the moment in the RP server, where 1 minute we're, really trying to be serious. The next thing, we're fanning around at scenes, and then the next thing, you've got a criminal that's just running after. Like Mimka the other day. Remember, on our day shift we had Monday, we chased Mimka around for 3 hours. The guy got shot 3 times, got straight back up from NHS, and then he kept on running. And then he got into the water. We tasered him so many times. He just kept on running and running. So many rule breaks happening within the situation. But the RP went on for like 3 hours, and everyone just like accepted it and gone with it. And then this guy's, and then all of a sudden this guy has obviously done is letting him go.
Just seems expressive to me.
And yeah, it is expressive. He's sort of basically that's why I'm trying to defend it in such a way that I want a clean slate. I want, rather than turn around and in Discord and go, this is the standard we must follow, you all now need to do it. It's no, let's go show that standard happening in a training session. Everyone must attend. If you haven't attended, you get ticked, you get all your licenses removed until you attend such a training course, basically. And then everyone starts fresh from there. If you haven't started fresh, then I want everyone to be shown how to do it properly, because if you haven't come in, you get yourself removed until you do come in and you take that course, basically, is what I think should happen. None of this, oh yeah, no, we're going to enforce the rules now, but we're not going to enforce them tomorrow or the thing. It's from today's day, you take your training session like you would as a PPC, and then the standards are now introduced. That's how I think it should happen, basically.
Let me just ask another question. How the hell do you not know that there was a dice game going on in
But this, yeah, some of the, including myself, right? A lot of you that watched me probably 2 weeks ago, I'm fucking, just because I was so, I wasn't enjoying my RP, I decided to take TikTok out, and I decided to start playing around on TikTok, and whoever sent me gifts on TikTok would control my player, and it would punch people, would taser people, would everything. That's not standards. That's like a disciplinary itself, right? And people saying that, and that was because I was just like free-throwing, trying to get myself back into enjoying RP again. And I admit, my standards back then were horrendous. Me and Arnot were driving around, and whoever was higher in the rankings would be the person to drive the car. I know my standards back then, and still to this day, I need to get back to how I used to be, how a lot of people remember me from like Manchester days and stuff like that. But you say that's what content, that's what the city wants. You could say that quite a while ago. Yeah, when I left and stood down from gold, that's what they wanted from the PD, to be a fun and everything like that. But we've had, I'll try and find the announcement from Packet, but Packet turned around and basically said, none of this fun shit anymore. Here we are. Packet literally says, from the call we had the other day, I don't see change, so don't come crying when you are moved from the police. Pattern up, now will be monitoring the police over the next 5 days. Okay, so that's his call. I then asked in the command chat or one of the chats, can I have the notes?
Serious, semi-serious
And then essentially the notes were basically no more fucking around, no more doing this, no more doing that, you blah 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 blah. Okay, no worries, we'll go from there. And then essentially, oh, where's the notes? Let me have a look. Command notes. The notes come from like Nat Mariano, I'm sure it was. But anyway, you get the gist of it. That was the notes that was brought out, but it's not being followed. And, you know, we can't enforce it one day, then not the other. So we need a day where we turn around and say, from the 10th of March, for instance, you will all be rolled out on this PD training course. If you have not attended the training course, you will not have your licenses. Once you've attended the training course to be shown how to do it properly, from then onwards, bang, you will do it properly. And there's no excuses. If you've got the licenses, you know how to do it properly. End of story. No more excuses. But if you haven't got the licenses, you're not doing it properly, you wouldn't be doing it anyway because you don't have the licenses, basically. And then there's nothing to go from.
In a closed environment?
Because we received body cam.
From?
If you really want to know, mate, Mikey T.
Mikey wasn't even there.
I'm not obligated to tell you that, but I know I don't want you calling out some bullshit.
Pulling out some bullshit.
Interesting.
Hey, right. So he's gone with the first. So I think there, Zach's gone with the first. You know, I don't want you to call out the bullshit. So he's given him now a little bit of attitude to begin with, from what we've seen so far.
So, right, okay. I think I've got, you know, the facts that I need. Do you want to step out quick?
Sure. We all know why I did it, chat. It's content. It's a content server. Oh my god. Just can't be arsed with it, mate. Fucking hell.
See, okay, I'll go from this point of view. I want to show you something that happened yesterday. I wonder if Cav's got it on his thing. Cav. Otherwise, I'll show it on my point of view. I'll show you the differences, okay? Where we have got this scenario here. Let me see if it's on Cav's. This will explain stuff to you. And by the way, Cav, fuck you. I had to subscribe again to you this morning. I had to go on my computer, subscribe, just so I could see the point of view back. Because I can't watch unless I'm a subscriber. That's what my thing is. Fuck you. And yeah, you're gonna all say, oh, you should be subscribed anyway. Let me have a look. Where is his point of view? Yo, Jason, thank you so much for the 79p. Appreciate you.
Do you understand?
What's the challenge?
Chat, I want to see this. 2 seconds.
Prison and now I'm going straight back, you
kitchen.
Daddy.
Run here. How it out.
Prison again, you.
Oh, is your son, is he?
Yeah. Toilet tube.
Right.
Sorry, yeah, crack on. You're right.
Derek's pulled out. I don't know. See, apparently he's been searched, so I don't know how he's got this, right? I don't know how he's got this. Let's double check, just to double check how he got that, because surely he's been searched and seen that there's got a firecracker, right? And I'm not for 1 minute saying Cav would have spawned it in at all, but how are the police again not searched him for a firecracker?
Go on in, Derek, mate.
Right. Well, cuff me there as well.
Just take some cough, Def.
Okay, thanks very much. The hops. Yeah, but he shot me first.
Oh, yeah. Doggy boys. All right, I'll give you a couple of minutes to settle in, Derek, and then I'll send your lawyer in to have a quick chat with you, mate, all right?
Okay, thanks very much.
And then we'll try and get this all...
right, so I'll go to this part here for a second, chat.
Socks. Budget's a bit
Great.
stretched
Use my
at the minute.
glove.
And now I'm going to the police.
Do that again. There. Look at it. Circle in the middle.
Can I? Can I put a firework in there? Let's have a look.
Yeah, have a look in there.
Chat.
I'm going to put him on just here.
Does it work?
He gets spotted.
So look, he's giving himself max ammo. That's why it's happened. Okay, right now I get the point. So this is now okay. This isn't me calling out the owner for for fail RP or anything like this. But what I'm saying is they ask us to set the standards. Okay, so Cav has obviously he's trying to have a poo, so he's using a firework. Okay, that hasn't originally had it. Bear with me.
Chat, so I shoot him. Can I shoot him a bit?
You easy. You shot me in the Mickey.
Does it actually work?
With fireworks.
So this.
I don't think it works.
Here we go. Look.
It definitely works.
Does it work? Oh fuck!
So I got blown up from this as well, right?
Shit,
but this Cav, right? Because he's a funny person with the content. He'll obviously try and create funny content and stuff like that, right? So he's done that for the best, for the intentions of the content, right?
I didn't think it worked.
Okay, so the content is he's obviously exploded it or whatever, and the RP that we went with it is that obviously Derek had a poo on the toilet and it exploded, and that's the situation that we went with, right? Okay, so that's the owner. So if you were to take this to Cav and say he's been sacked because he let Derek out the cells through a dice roll, Cav has no option but to turn around and say, well, that's kind of the content that we want to see, right? Like, you know, mix it up and stuff like that. So we can't, unless we set a full standard, we can't exactly push him and sack him for that reason. We have to be consistent. And if they want the content and they want the funny part and they make it funny, Derek has obviously rolled a dice and had a fun element of it, and he's managed to win. If he had lost, he'd have been sent down to prison. So we kind of have to have a consistency in the complete city. We can't just have, you know, oh, you're not allowed to do it, but that person is. So ultimately, you know, we have to have. I hate it when there's no consistency. So that's where the point. That's the point I was going at with that chap, and that's not me like calling out owners for spawning in guns or spawning in whatever. I'm purely using that for context into Arnot's situation for element of content. He tried to create content. He's now been backfired and been bit on the arse because of it. Would they have been done that? No. So we need to obviously have the consistency. But if we draw the line now and go, this line is not to be crossed. This is your basic standard. There we are.
He's in that room with us. They can't have possibly.
Yeah, Dillboy, he's had it for days, but he hasn't had no ammo in it. But Cav just spawned max ammo and gave him ammo to do it. So that's why I'm saying, because it was funny and funny content for everyone. He asked chat, should we do it? And he's done it. The same as if I turn around to TikTok and went, TikTok, if you send me a fucking whatever, I'll go and do this. That's the stuff that we're talking about, right?
What was going on, man? No one could be asked to relay information over the radio. Right?
So I'm just using that as context.
Roberts went off. Arlo went off. Chat, because he.
And that's why I couldn't say that in the C. I couldn't turn around and say, OOC, it's not like I can't. Yeah, we shouldn't. We shouldn't sack him because so much OOC, so much other stuff happens. But I couldn't say that in RP, right? Because then I'd be going out of character. This is something that can only really be made outside of city. Someone can only make that decision that Arnot is definitely sacked outside of the city to be able to prove that type of stuff.
They very clearly.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it from Shams, I think, to be able to prove 100%.
Yeah, you can take a seat if you want a game, mate. I don't think you'll be in here for very long.
I'll stand if that's right.
Yeah, that's fine by me. So the arresting officers of Derek, or the people who knew what Derek had committed that night, there was two of them down in the custody suite. One of which actually walked straight up to the holding cell whilst he was playing dice. So clearly you didn't communicate with them very, very well. And the attitude you displayed walking in here, I'm not very happy with it, mate.
The attitude of defending myself and not just going down without a fight?
No, you can defend yourself all you want, mate.
That's
but
all
there's
I
certain
did.
ways to go about it, not coming in how you did.
Do you believe you've done nothing wrong, Arnot?
Do I believe I've done nothing wrong? Probably not, no. I probably should have done someone else's job for them, that's fine.
Shams RP,
But other
sorry,
people don't
Shams'
do it.
point of view hasn't been put hold up,
And,
so I can't get
very
that.
clear
mate.
it needs to be a scapegoat.
Probably
so
could get
just
Molly.
Escape if you need to escape, mate.
No, I understand that someone's going to stay at 11. That's fair enough.
Oh, look at Molly's.
It's happened to most of us. But I'm asking you, like, in that, like, if you were to go...
Molly's
back,
isn't up either.
Would I
Hey,
do it
put your thing
differently?
up.
Well, I'd probably have to, wouldn't I? Because
or would you?
I'd be studying in a gold office, would I? If you're asking whether I would rearrest and reprocess and resort Derek, then yeah, I'll probably have to, yeah. But done now, innit?
No, I get that. It's done. There's no point dwelling.
So yes, probably. I probably should have rearrested him and reprocessed him because yes, I had seen what had happened at UHS, right? But also, we asked several times to whoever was up at the stuff that happened before what was going on. Several of those people had come in and out of custody, and if you were that asked about sending him to prison, you would have helped us out in custody, and no one could be bothered. So it's all good and well sitting there talking about me not being asked to do paperwork, which is very much wrong.
No one's got their point of view up.
I always do my paperwork and I always do it above board, right? But if it was that much of a task and that desperate to get Derek behind bars for what he did, someone out of the 8 of you that were up there or whatever it was would have made an effort to come and help out in custody and go through what he'd done and show us what we needed to do, but no one could be asked to do it. So it's all good and well saying that, and I get what you're saying. I probably should have, yes, rearrested him, just charged him for what he did at UHS. But by the same token, no one else has come down and bothered to arrest him and charge him for what he'd done up there and not provided any evidence either. So
Can I ask you something?
go for it.
Could you not have communicated with T or myself, who's in the cells?
We asked so many. You can speak to Roberts. We asked so many times over
Roberts knew what
radios
happened,
and in
though, 'cause he
person.
got shot at.
What has Derek done that's we need to charge him for? Because it was obvious that we needed to stake him out at UHS, which when we were asked, that is exactly what we did. We went up to UHS and we waited for him to leave because we saw Kev's car and we
Molly's
arrested
good.
him. It
Molly's
ended up
good.
in a little bit of a scrap between
Molly's not
Roberts
unprofessional.
and Derek. Fine. Right, but no one could still be
But the
asked
thing is,
to tell us
we're
what
all
he'd actually done.
we all
prior
have
to
our
that. We
moments,
had no
right?
idea
We all
what he'd
have our
done.
moments where we are
I can't,
unprofessional.
magic
But
charges.
that's
out
the
of my
problem,
arse
isn't it?
because
That's what we're
I can
saying.
just take a guess, can I? We asked several times over the radio.
You say you and
What's he
Roberts
done?
asked?
Roberts asked as well. We both asked, what has he done?
Wasn't
What's
Roberts
this
just getting
incident
shot
about?
at?
Well, Roberts got shot at UHS, yeah, but he was in custody and stuff after that. We were asking and asking, what's he done? Why did we have to stake him out at UHS? The stuff at UHS was irrelevant to the overall charges that he was going to receive, but no one could be bothered to tell us or even come down to custody. If it was that bad, what he'd done, that he had to be sent down for it, why did no one make the effort, knowing that we had him in custody? Everyone knew he was in custody. Why did no one make the effort to come down to custody, give us a hand, and point us in the right direction?
I'll tell you why I didn't communicate over radio. All right? This is my reason. I had to shoot multiple people at that place. Molly and Hugh were in critical condition. I was occupied. Most of my officers were down. It was just me. And
Chat, we're not calling out other streamers here, by the way.
Alive.
Like, anyone that calls out will just get timed out, please. But we're not here to call out people's like professionalism or bad thing. That we're all content creators, right? Doesn't matter who does what or whatever. We're purely basing this on an RP perspective. So please don't call anyone out for anything, all right? Otherwise, we will have to start timing people out.
That's why.
You know, I was like, where's that come from?
Communicate because I had to do a risk assessment and help a lot of people get on their feet. That's why I didn't communicate. And if you could have easily asked me in the cells, but you never.
God, I didn't know you were there, mate. How can I have possibly known you were there? We were asking who was there and what's going on, and no one was answering. And we always talk about communication. If you're busy, that's fine, but let us know you're busy. We got nothing back on the radio. Nothing. And it doesn't matter how busy you are, what you're dealing with. A quick, guys, I'm busy. Just give me like 5 minutes. It doesn't hurt.
Because I was getting shot at. I can't shoot and communicate on radio. It just doesn't work. I had
You
to
were shooting for 45 minutes after Derek was arrested at UHS.
I was shooting. I had to call UH.
Like, so I'm on the same page here, right? Obviously, looking at Arnot, because we can see Arnot from outside, right? I don't think Arnot's straight to the point, right? And he, as I said, he's very what's the word? Quick with his answers, and he's very gives only the answer that he needs to give, etc. I don't necessarily think he's coming across with like full-on attitude. I was kind of expecting him just to like throw all shits, and at this moment in time, I don't think necessarily. I think he's kind of just put his point across the view, and that's kind of it. At the moment, we can't defend obviously the rolls of dice, but I've used the other context for that anyway, and that happened on the same night, literally 5 minutes before it happened. So yeah, I'm just trying to work out from his point of view with his body cam, which we can use because obviously he's got it rolling and obviously it's in the database, and he's given us permission to use it as well. So I'm just trying to see all aspects of it, and this is obviously a Baker's decision. I can't make the decision at the end of the day. I can only put my point of view across. Molly, Solo have obviously part of Alpha as well. Have obviously was in the meeting. They've agreed what's agreed. So yeah, we come back to it. But my point of view is all OOC to the fact that the consistency is just not there. I don't think he should be sacked based on the current situation and the current context of all the RP involved. I think realistically we just need a day where we have a training session and everyone gets shown and a line drawn. If you fuck up after this line drawn, there's no excuses. Before that line is questionable, and I think that would be down to the owner's discretion.
Yes,
then
I had to secure the scene
personally.
I had to get all officers safe.
Because I'm gonna put myself in Arnot's shoes for a second. If I was Arnot, right, and I'd just been sacked the way I have, I would have made a ticket personally. I'd have made a ticket in the Discord and gone, look, I feel like I've been unfairly dismissed because I'm a content creator, and like you, and like everyone else, creates content. I tried to create some content in the PD. Unfortunately, you know, it didn't go the way it has, and I've been sacked for it. They may turn and say, well, tough shit, you done that, fine, whatever. But he's got some arguments to say, well, hang on a minute. If he does want to use that, now you could be petty and, you know, use the different context. But if you're fighting for your life here as a content creator or whatever, you could turn around and say, well, hang on a minute. You know, I was in the cell 2 minutes before when I just got blown up by a firework that we took off someone or whatever. You know, that type of thing. He could be fighting for everything. So you just got to look at the consistency of it. 100% the consistency has to be there. If you're a content server, you're a content server. If you're a serious or realistic server, then there's difference. There's a difference. If it's serious and realistic server, then it has to be, yep, you were corrupt, end of story. But then everyone has to be the same.
A risk assessment, we was getting ambushed again.
They could change it. They could do anything they want, Virtual. Yes. They could do whatever they want.
And
but
at no point
in RP, it stays the same until Baker
just arrested the person that had caused all this.
If he does anything, he might agree with what they're saying. He said, "No, Tom, you're wrong. Off you go." So
I don't understand that.
It's a matter of opinion, isn't it? That's all it is.
You guys are supposed to be the highest trained firearms officers that are here, right? Surely you can balance between communicating and shooting your gun. Or
let me just say that bit again. 2 seconds.
Do another risk assessment. We was getting ambushed again by the purples. So yes.
And at no point there was an opportunity to let the people know that had just arrested the person that had caused all this, that you needed a few minutes to get everything in order, and then we can sort it out. I don't understand that. Doesn't make any sense. You guys are supposed to be the highest trained firearms officers that are here, right? Surely you can balance between.
So just to fill you in on this bit, Carter's turned around to Arnot and said that he didn't give any communication to the person that is arrested because he was being ambushed, stuff like that. However, 2 minutes prior to that, he did say that he was in the cells with him. So why didn't Arnot say, why didn't you communicate with me then? And he said that he hasn't communicated.
Communicating and shooting your gun, or communicating and controlling a scene, or doing a risk assessment. With all due respect, bollocks.
Regardless of what Derek's done before UHS, You even at the slightest little bit, you know that he shot at Roberts before you brought him into custody. Like, you know that.
I did know that, yeah.
So why don't you charge him with that?
I wasn't his arresting officer.
Yeah, but that's as far as it shit goes that you're not his arresting officer still.
Right, I think this is the crucial bit there we're talking about. Let's hear from this part, because he's just said he's not an arresting officer, so he's just passed the blame over straight away. So this is the first error that he's done. He could have admitted up to what he's done just there and say, look, yeah, all right, I take that on the chin. This is the first part that I think we'll see what his attitude is like from here, chap.
Could have at least charged him.
And I probably would have done, but we all look. How am I going to say this? We all know why I didn't charge Derek, and I can't say why, but you all fucking know why he didn't get charged. You all know why he didn't get a charge for what he did. You all know why I didn't rearrest him and send him off to prison, because there was an opportunity to there, right? You all know why, and I'm not going to say it because I'm not that fucking stupid, but you all know why. And it's all good and well sitting here, standing with me here now, but other people that want to do things like that get away with shit all the fucking time. And it's only ever certain people that get pulled up on things. It's one rule for one rule for another, as always. There was an opportunity there, and I seized the opportunity. It's not crime of the century. If it was that desperate that Derek was processed in custody for what he did, someone would have made the effort to come down and help out. And ultimately, none of you could be asked.
So he's then taking his thing out of the way. What he's just said then is a little dig, right? Because not all of them were there. Molly and Solo were taken hostage. He's clearly said none of you could be asked, stuff like that. He's clearly alluding to the fact that, look, I've done it because of this content, stuff like that. Obviously, from their point of view, they can't act on that, and it's like, well, mate, what the fuck's content, right? You've just turned around to me and said you've not done your job properly because of certain reasons. Physically, in an RP world, there is no reasons why you haven't done that. So ultimately, there's no excuse on that, right? There's no excuse. You have to arrest him, and you have to think. You're trying to use out of character stuff to get away with it. That's where that's come across there. But again, you know, deal with that out of character. Don't deal with that in the city. You should just turn around and say, look, I fucked up. Okay, I'm sorry. You're pulling me up on it. You know what? I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. That's what I would have done in that situation.
I'm not gonna lie to you, mate. I was gonna keep quiet in this, but hey ho, here we go.
No, Miss Queen. So basically, what he's saying is the content side of things. You know, Derek has done a lot of things for the content that PD have had to go with, like, as I've just said, for instance, taking a car hostage when he's in cuffs and he's seat vehicled himself. He got shot the other day by LB, and he was treated at NHS. We took LB down to station with a firearm. We arrested him. We're just sending him off. We're doing all the paperwork, and then Derek turns up and acting like a military man, all in military gear, as Mr. Egg Cup or Lieutenant Egg Cup or whatever it is. And then he's gone, oh no, LB was working. He's a soldier. He was working for me on undercover business and stuff like that. So we're then gone, all right, okay, so this RP now in front of me, there's a lieutenant in front of me. Although it sounds like Des Bag and it's now this egghead or whatever, it's not a change of character. It's just him dressed up as something else. I think, I don't quote me on that, because I think that's what I believe. And he's come down cells and he's managed to get LB out of the cells through just a quick thinking and different roleplay stuff. So, you know, as we all know that, and that he's all about content, then Arnot has decided to do something with the content as well. And he's like, look, I haven't got any evidence to process you other than the shooting, but he's obviously gone against that. He's ignored that. He's gone, I'm going to release you. So there's two options. I'll sentence you for the crime of shooting Roberts, or you win the dice roll and I'll let you go. That's what he's alluding to. That is literally what he's tried to tell you in the city, but he's unable to tell you because of being out of character, basically.
He's dead. So was partner. So was Solo. Okay. So was
They weren't dead.
Zach.
We saw them in
so
UHS.
was a lot of other people. Okay. And the fact that you stand there to say that you couldn't be arsed, well, it just proves it more, mate.
When did I say I couldn't be asked? When did those words come out of my mouth?
You have literally been standing there going, literally saying that.
When have I said I can't be asked?
I'm not as a registered
those words
officer.
have not come out of my mouth once.
Basically, your persona and everything is what you're saying is basically Solo.
If it was that desperate,
I'm not gonna lie to you, mate. I was gonna keep quiet in this, but hey ho, here we go. I was dead. So was partner. So was Solo. Okay. So was
They weren't dead.
So Molly told us in the meeting that they had obviously needed to keep out of it because they obviously were dead or whatever. Now we don't have dead, but we just have a memory wipe. So technically, as you say, why are they there? A lot of people question that, but they're there as obviously overseeing the meeting. Now you could probably say no, they shouldn't have been. I should have been pulled in instead because I wasn't dead or whatever. You could argue that point. But again.
Zach.
We saw them in
so
UHS.
was a lot of other people.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Okay.
I don't like the thing of dead or whatever, because if they're dead, they're dead. But we've been in a coma, stuff like that. So it's at what point, because they were dead from a different situation. They weren't dead from they weren't dead with Arnot letting him go. So technically they weren't dead at that point, but they were dead from the scene itself. So it's difficult. I'm not staff at this point, so that is over the question. I'm trying to just deal with the Arnot part.
The fact that you stand there to say that you couldn't be arsed, well, it just proves it more, mate.
When did I say I couldn't be asked? When did those words come out of my mouth?
You have literally been standing there going, literally saying that.
When have I said I can't be asked?
I'm not as a registered
Those words
officer.
have not come out of my mouth once.
And again, I don't know how much reminding you can do, because I'm not, like I say, I'm not staff. Like if I was to be shot dead or whatever, and then someone goes, "Oh, by the way, you were just shot by such and such," can I act on that, or how much of it can I act on? Because yeah, any chance, Lino? Can we have some quietness in here? Yeah, so that's difficult on that part of things.
It basically your persona and everything is what you're saying is basically you can't be arsed.
No, it's not at all.
So obviously Molly and Solo, Molly's come out with he can't be asked. Now we're watching it from Arnot's point of view, and I can 100% understand from Molly's point of view and their guys from Arnot's persona, because ultimately we can see what he's doing on screen, right, from his body cam. But the way he's talking, he's very sharp and snappy, like I say, with what he's wanting to say.
Read that very much wrong.
So yeah, as we say in RP, you can read someone's persona wrong in comparison. I don't think necessarily he's been aggressive or he's not been asked to do it. One thing that has done, he's failed to own up to the fact that, well, he didn't actually. He did say, look, if I did it again, I'd do it. But yeah, he could have been a little bit more remorse about that scenario.
It's not that I can't be asked, but everyone else. Listen, right. Let me put this into another perspective for you. Every time that I have ever seen certain officers in custody, they will go off, hand over their PIC to someone else, and piss off to chase a ping. And then the PIC ends up getting released because the arresting officer isn't there. That is standard practice across what everybody does. If the arresting officer is no longer in custody, for whatever reason, the PIC leaves. That has happened every single time, regardless. Why am I being singled out for doing exactly what every other person does when it comes to a situation like this? Irrelevant of the crime committed, a crime is a crime, no? So why are we allowing certain people to do what they want and other people are being pulled up on it? That doesn't make sense. And it is not a case of I can't be asked to do my job. I can very much be asked to do my job, and I do my job. But I'm not doing other people's job and pulling the slack for them when they can't be asked. Because nobody else does it.
Stephen, thank you so much for the 100 roses, my man. Appreciate you.
I just don't understand why you let someone with a firearm go when you know he shot at your colleague. That just doesn't make sense.
It does make sense if you really think about it, though, doesn't it?
See, I agree with him on that part.
If you really think hard, dig a bit deeper, and think about it, sort of does.
I'm not
doesn't
thinking
it?
about shit, mate.
Again, at this point, he's in the wrong. Arnott was in the wrong for letting him go for shooting me. Okay, he had something to do. What Arnott's trying to push is I did this for content, and I let him go for content. Blah blah blah. That's wrong because in the scenario of RP, he's a police officer and he's just let someone go for shooting an officer because he played dice. So from the RP point of view, Arnott's wrong. He's now trying to defend it by going, it's content, basically. Think between the lines, it's content. That's wrong. And he knows he's now been brought up on it. And how many times, I remember back in Manchester, we always used to say, look, do your job properly. If you don't want to do your job properly, fine, but don't get caught. So he's basically being caught out. At this point, he knows he's fucked. Excuse my language, but he needs to like own up and go, look, okay, fair enough. Listen, look, I tried to have a bit of fun with it, and it's obviously backfired. So I apologise. It won't happen again. And they would likely have gone, no problem, listen, this can't happen again, blah, blah, blah. You're on your final warning or something like that. I would imagine that would have probably what happened. If it had taken a bit more ownership to that, then that would have probably gone. But the fact he's just gone, look, you know, realistically, think hard in your head. This is a content server. I did this for content. That's the problem that he's currently got.
It doesn't make sense. Or not.
Right, okay.
And which is where, originally, when I asked for Molly's point of view, she said he just didn't care. He wanted accountability, no accountability, etc. That's where the accountability has come from. So I completely agree with him there.
Yeah, nan shits in a litter tray.
What a follower.
Scapegoat doesn't even come into it, mate. The only thing I've heard since you've come into this room is other people don't do it, so why should I? And I don't think.
Which Zach's point there is not wrong. Is not wrong. Other people do it, so why should I do the same? Which is correct. Zach, in fairness, again, in fairness, he's not wrong.
That's a valid excuse to finding someone with a firearm, witnessing someone shooting.
I am not a
colleagues
firearms
with
officer.
a firearm, and just
I'm not a firearms officer.
he was in the custody. It doesn't matter if you're a firearms officer. You could have been a PPC. You would have been expected.
Yeah,
to
nan
deal with
shits
actually
in a
arresting
litter
us,
tray.
mate. And at the minute, you're just blaming everyone else. And
I'm not blaming everyone else. I said I should. Yes, I should have rearrested him.
Yeah, nan shits in a litter tray.
Right, let me finish, then you can say anything you want. Because right now, your attitude is fucking stinking, mate. It's
I'm
pissing
defending
me right
myself,
off.
which I have every right
You can
to do.
defend yourself all
I'm
you
not
want.
going to sit
but
here and go,
that
oh
is
well,
not the
yeah, I'm
attitude
so
to have
sorry,
when you've got
guys.
Special Commander, your Silver Commander, and your Chief Inspector. So I'm done with it, mate. If you want to put all your stuff on the floor, I'll sack you now. Because all you've done since walking into this room is give attitude and say,
I'm not giving
if
any
no one else
attitude.
does it, why should I? And
I've
I'm
given
not having
my
it, mate.
point of view and my justification behind, which is what you lot have asked for. I'm not going to come in here and start fannying around everyone just because you're high commanding officers. I'm here telling you my side of the story. The fact that you don't like my side of the story isn't a reason for you to throw your fucking toys out the pram. As simple as that. If you want to throw your toys out the pram and sack me, sack me. That's up to you. Right? But I am here saying...
He's lost it. He's lost all fault here, chat. He's lost it, bless him. He's crashing out. We've got the crash out, Arnott, from the last few days. We've got the crash out.
I'm not going to come in here and start fannying around everyone just because you're high commanding officers. I'm here telling you my side of the story. The fact that you don't like my side of the story isn't a reason for you to throw your fucking toys out the pram. As simple as that. If you want to throw your toys out the pram and sack me, sack me. That's up to you. Right? But I am here saying what I did, why I did it, and that is my justification behind it. If you don't like it, that's fine. But don't sit there throwing the high rank, oh, you're going to get sacked, blah, 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 blah.
I'm not throwing the high rank saying you're going to get sacked. I'm saying you are sacked. So if you want to put your stuff on the floor, mate, you're done.
But he didn't say that, actually, did he? Because he was like, I could sack you now. And then all of a sudden, he's now changed the tone and gone, yeah, well, you are sacked.
No way.
So his crash out has basically led him to be sacked. because Zach has threatened him to sack him. And then he's gone, look, don't threaten me to sack me because X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. And then he's been sacked.
Wow. Is this the end of Arnot chat?
Apparently so. This is wild. This is honestly fucking wild. Crazy.
Is anybody speaking?
No, I think there's a.
Oh, just let it out.
Everyone's in shock. That's the problem. Everyone is in shock. I don't think they thought Zach was going to go through with that decision. Genuinely, I think they're all sat there and gone, the same as Arnot, and what we've just done has been like, okay, interesting. That was a turn of events that we weren't expecting. I think that's kind of what the situation's gone. I'm ignoring the comments that people come in and say, oh, if he had 200 viewers or more viewers, would the outcome be the same? Because we're not going into that dispute. We're not going into that argument at all. That shouldn't even come into the equation. Like, everyone should be treated the same, which is why I'm doing my best to see both sides of view, right? I don't care who's on what views, whatever views, etc. We should all be treated the same. We're all in the same city together. Whether that happens or not, that's for your opinions only. I'm not pushing anything like that at all. I'm purely basing on both sides. We have seen both sides of the story tonight, and we've heard both sides, and we're just making our own decision or own outcome from it.
Staying quiet. This isn't my position to get involved.
No, I thought I went poof.
He can't sack me anyway. Watch this. What? I'll go in, chat. I'll go in. I don't give a fuck. Watch this.
Oh no. Oh no, Arnot. No, this has not cemented your position. Please don't. Please don't, chat.
Yeah, Scotty got done over as well.
Please don't go in on him.
There you go, that's all sorted out, mate. If you want to put your stuff on the floor, someone can escort you out.
Has that been sanctioned by Gold, mate? Because the level 4 strike needs to be overseen by Gold. Now you can't just sack people.
Why not?
How long can
I'll
we
just
stay
clarify a
silent
point,
for?
yeah? If someone is committing a crime in front of you, and you are not following a process as a police officer, that is classed as corruption.
Whoa, that's a very strong word. That's a very strong, unnecessary word.
You watch someone commit a crime, you didn't process them, that's how it's gone down.
And that's the consensus from all of you?
Silent.
Yeah.
I've just told you.
Great, no worries.
Make sure he drops all his shit.
Oh my god! No.
Alright. I'll let you Foresta for 2 seconds, chat. I'm going to go for a wee, and then we will have a little chat. Back in a sec.
The legends never mix, the testaments they told, the moonlight's eclipse, and Superman unrolls, sleep before he left. But I'm not the kind of person that it fits. She said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I want something just like this. Do 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 do. Oh, I want something just like this.
Right, I'm going to give you a scenario. I'm going to give you a little scenario, actually. Right. Okay, so I'm going to give you a scenario. Arnot has been dismissed for letting someone go after watching the crime happen. Okay? So Arnot, let me just make that aware. Arnot has seen someone shoot someone, taken him back to PD, and has let him go because there isn't all the evidence there, like from the arresting him at the first time. Okay, so that's not good. That is, that is not good at all, and that's caused some of the reason. It's a new day, guys. Not send today, heart me. Let's go. How are we doing? Thank you so much, Rob Stuff, for the heart me. Stephen with the heart me. So Arnot, okay, has done that. However, when we go back into the city, and I'm going to throw myself under the bus. I'm going to throw loads of people. Like, we could throw the whole PD under the bus in this scenario. And this shows how inconsistent it is. And this is why it needs to stop and happen. Okay, so I'll give you one example. And we'll use Big Kev because, we've already spoken about Big Kev tonight, for instance. So we arrested Big Kev last night. He got sentenced to his crime for aiding and abetting. However, if I was to go on to Big Kev's profile and look at all the MDTs he currently has open for him, I can guarantee you there'll be at least 4 MDTs, that have got open crimes that he hasn't been processed on. So would that mean that Holy shit! Oh my god, I'm matched. Thank you for the galaxy. Oh my god. Would that mean that I, along with everyone else that arrests Big Kev, is not doing their job properly and letting a criminal go for evidence that has... letting him go for crimes he's committed, but we haven't processed him for? Would that be the same thing? Tell me not. Tell me, would that be the same thing? What's my headset? They're like £20 in-ear headphones from Amazon. If you go to my DeggyUK.co.uk onto my website, you'll see the Amazon link and you can see it from there. Let me just do my tick thingy again. 2 seconds. So would that be the same? Yo, Stephen with the signature jet. What? Stephen, thank you so much. That is incredible. I appreciate you. Can we get some W's for Stephen, man? A signature jet. Jesus. Jay coming in with the harmony as well. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate you. I want to hear you guys' point of view. Would you think that is the same thing? He's let someone go for seeing the crime. If I've arrested Kev and I've not looked at his MDT and seen loads of other MDTs, would that not be the same thing? Not a serious bit, but was still very poor. Let me just check. I like Arnot. I agree he shouldn't be sacked, but he should have 100%. We're not disputing that, right? He should have taken accountability for himself, and he should have gone, look, okay, look, I tried to do it for content, and it's fucked up. Okay, I didn't do my job properly. I do apologize. Let's go from here. That is 100% what he should have done, and he failed to do. That is probably one of the main reasons why he's been sacked. Apart from the fact that he turned around and went, lost all 4 and said, just sack me now then if you've got a problem, blah, blah, blah. Katie said the LB clip was wild too. Not as serious, but was still very poor. What LB clip, Katie? What LB clip are you on about? 100%. And if people saw all sides, they would know pretty much everyone else didn't want him sacked either. Yeah, listen, I'm not disputing that he shouldn't be sacked, okay? I believe that he shouldn't be sacked. He should have got disciplinary for letting him go. But, again, we've got to set a standard. If the standard is being set by other people, well, we need to... Everyone should follow it.
They are all slightly in the wrong.
I'll go in and have a look and see the MDTs, because there's a lot of people, including Desbag, including everyone that I would imagine has MDTs open that haven't been processed for them, and people are not checking that as well. Just because they haven't got a warrant in the top right, people are ignoring all the other MDTs under. That's part of the problem. No, revisory. So I'll show you. These notes here are for Luton versus Burnley on Saturday. You guys know that I obviously have a another YouTube channel and TikTok for DeggyUK Sport. And these are all my Burnley versus Luton notes, which is what I spoke about earlier today. or sorry, which is my video that went out live today. Here you are. This is my video on YouTube. Can we win away? Luton versus Portsmouth. So yeah, if you want to go check that out, exclamation mark YTS in the chat, you'll be able to see it. Agreed. If Arnot took the demotion strike, that was his idea. The meeting, decided to challenge. Yeah, this is probably the main reason. Like I say, he challenged it and he got sacked. But I still don't think by challenging it you should be sacked. I think you should just have like a serious disciplinary from it. Even if it's like, right, okay, you get on a 2-day strike because you can't be doing that. Okay, you take that. But the fact he's been sacked because he didn't like the Zach didn't like the responses from him. Yeah, I just think that's a little bit harsh. I think that's a little bit harsh. It should have been Miss Laura, yeah. It should have, but the problem is it wasn't. And no one was being pulled up on it. That's half the problem, right? It should have been, but
Also,
it wasn't.
When Zach sacked Arnot and none of the others said anything. That was weird.
Yeah, it wasn't, because Zach was the person that did it, so they're going with Zach, basically. That's part of the reason. And my reasonings behind it all, chat, is mainly from the element of we see it so much and it's happening, but the standards are our own, you know, they get enforced sometimes and not always, and for it to be like that, we need a proper PD meeting. I think the best outcome for this, as I've said before, Revisory, thank you so much, have a good evening. The best outcome for this is 100% we start fresh on a Sunday or whenever, PD meeting, PD training session, sorry. Everyone follows the training session. Whoever isn't in the meeting has their licenses removed until they have done the test, and then they go from there. I did it when I was GX2 with Baker. We removed everyone's armed, everyone's traffic, and they had to retrain in traffic, retrain in armed, and then we found the improvements were there. And we just need to do the same with this. People just need their policing license removed until they come in and see the standard that's due to be set. So if I go, for instance, Big Kev, because his name is Kev Big. Right, so he's got gunshots at Munch and Crunch, which I think he got sentenced for, so we can remove that. So right now, Big Kev is not wanted for anything. However, if I look at his charges, he's not been arrested for aiding and abetting. If I look at bank robbery, it's still pending. Prison situation, he has been sentenced for that, fair. Bobcat hasn't been sentenced for that. His car is on scene. There's no tags. Hostage situation, passage, no spikes. There's a picture and his car, but there's not a lot of information in there whatsoever. Leo Ramirez and James King had put that information. There's no tags whatsoever. This is where, like, if it's all outstanding, it needs to have, like, CID tags or something like that so they can actually try and chase up on it. But he's not been arrested for that. What else is there? Attempted murder of a police officer. He's not been arrested for that. Trojan 3, which was Carter, and Delta 1. A Legion, Kev pulled up. Jaden Carter started speaking to him. Big Kev stated Jaden was being a muppet. And Big Kev jumped out of his vehicle and shot Jaden Carter. Mikey T shot Kev Big and Peter Kerr and drove away. So again, he's not been processed. Now, I could go through so many, chat. And you could turn around and say, Jaden Carter, he was shot. But it never mentioned he was dead. So Jaden Carter, who's literally pushing in that meeting about the standards and stuff like that being sentenced, why has he not gone back and arrested Big Kev for this? If you've got the evidence, where's his, where's the, you know, where's the standards? That's what I'm saying. Where's the standards? You can't push one person and not the other. If you're in the meeting preparing to sack Arnot, but you're not physically doing it yourself, what? It's just a mess. Bank robbery, Legion. Big Kev, suspect. Blue tracksuit, which we know Big Kev has a blue tracksuit. Again. Not done. Shots fired. Big Kev. Process. Wow. Active investigation. I won't do that because it's got a thing against it. But I would imagine Kev Big. He's been processed. But again, processed for what? Oh, shit. I've just fucking pulled it off. Yo, a match with the work hard, play harder. Let's go. Yo, that's incredible. Thank you so much. I can't believe I've just clicked that off. What am I doing? Please say there's a way that you can redo that. I know, just deleted it. I tried to click on it and I deleted it. Holy shit. Oh no. But then again, what's he been processed for? There's nothing here. What am I seeing? Who wrote this one? Delta 1. Delta 1. I think I can get it back. How? How? I've just deleted it. I can't. Yeah, he's gone. That's gone from his case now, basically. But yeah, I'm just using one person example, right? So if they're gonna get rid of Arnot for that, they have to get rid of these guys for the same thing. Or am I just, you know, clutching at straws here? Am I just clutching at straws? From top to bottom, it needs a reset. A restart and do it properly. If you're going to push a different standard to normal, it has to be reset and start again. That's the only way. Like I say, training session. From today's date, moving forward, this is our standard. If you do it wrong, you get sacked. Or you get punished for it, basically. And that's the only way. That's the only way you can deal with it. Unmatched with the 10 gifted subs in TikTok. Unmatched, man. You are crazy. Thank you so much, buddy. That is insane. You've also completed a gift gallery as well. Unbelievable. Can we get some W's in TikTok for Unmatched, please? One absolute gentleman. That is 9 gift galleries out of the 18. Absolute gentleman. Thank you so much.
As I said earlier, it seems like it's one rule for one and inner rule for others.
Yeah, it's just picking and choosing when you want to push it, right? That's basically it. So yeah, that's enough of me moaning today, chat. We are back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning. Who's in here? Let me have a look. Hello?
You right, Fatty?
Excuse me?
You heard me. I said, you're right, Fatty.
Who the fuck are you calling fatty?
Roberts.
Do you need me to take you to the roof and fucking hide you in? Actually, no, I better not do that. Better not do that.
Yeah, you better not do it because you'll be next,
From what I've just spoken about, better not do that. Better not do that at all, chat.
Oh, mate, I need to let Nicky know, mate.
Better not do that at all. I'm match coming in with the Galaxy as well. What I've just been talking about, I better not do that. Big up my old mate, Mac. How you doing? Reese, how you doing, my man? Good to see you as well. I'm going to sub when I've got money. Hey, appreciate that, Charles. Thank you so much. He's the Met Game King. Oh, dear. P45. What?
Oh.
Yo, Damien coming in the 14 months.
What rank are you again, sorry?
That's crazy. What did you say? Sorry, I ignored you then.
What rank are you?
I am Special Command. Robert's out for XY1.
Oh, congratulations, mate. Don't know why I'm congratulating you. Does Alpha X-Ray have a special thing on their arm or not yet?
I don't know, mate. No idea.
There you go. Better get fucking talking, mate. Do your job and ask, mate.
Sorry, have you got a problem or a point of being here, or are you just fucking annoying?
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Fuck off.
That was what I was asking you to do, really, but
you know what?
You're just
Fuck your
sitting here.
cream eggs, you prick.
Oh,
you ain't
dear.
gonna fuck up.
Yo, no way!
Fuck your cream eggs. Fuck everything.
25 gifted! Holy W's in the chat. No. Holy shit. My lord, Mac. You absolute legend. Thank you so much. Bill coming in with a follow as well. Guys, stick a 1 in the chat if you've enjoyed tonight. I know it's been commands, basically. Not really much police work. But stick a 1 in the chat if you've enjoyed tonight, either way. Trying to dissect a situation that's happened. Because I've enjoyed doing it again. I've certainly enjoyed doing it again. We'll see what the outcome will be tomorrow, won't we? We'll see when we speak to Baker, see what his point of view of it is as well. And we'll go from there, really. I will be back live tomorrow morning. I've got to do a few little things, but we'll be live probably 10 a.m.-ish. And then, yeah, we'll be live 10 till 3 for the day stream. And then we'll be back live in the evening. Fucking 2 days. 2 streams for you guys in 1 day. 2 streams in 1 day. What time is the meeting? You'll find out. Don't worry. It'll be on the stream. It'll be on. Come on, Roberts. Let's go on, match. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you. Yeah, we'll be streaming with Baker. Yeah, Baker will be in at some point, I'm hoping. And we'll stream it at some point with him. Yeah, 100%. We'll talk about it in the sea. 100%. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone. I appreciate it. If you haven't followed already, make sure you follow. Bonus day off tomorrow. Love that. So yeah, if you haven't already followed, make sure you hit that follow button. Appreciate everyone coming in. LDC, thank you as well. Everyone coming in with all the gifts as well on TikTok, and anyone that's messaged. I do apologize if I haven't said hello to everyone. But thank you so much to you guys. I really do appreciate it. And of course, over on Twitch, Unmatched with the 25. Damien with the 40 months. Thank you so much to yourself. Dan with the 22 months. Nadine Gamer coming in with a brand new tier 1. Appreciate you. Monkey coming in with the 4 months as well. We had Raging Blondie with the 8 months. Molly coming in with the raid. Thank you so much, Molly. We had Jason coming in with all the bits. I think Jason's got up to... I mean, we've got a hype train incoming. I mean, if we, I mean, I don't mind staying on until the hype train finishes if you guys want to do. But Jason, 6,050 bits tonight and £112 donation over on YouTube. An insane amount. Thank you so much to all the support from yourself, buddy. I really do appreciate you. And I'm so glad you're coming out of hospital next week. Unmatched as well with another 5 gifted. That's 30 gifted today. You're incredible. And a brand new tier 1 sub as well. Paul Payne, congratulations. You come in first with the first view of the day. So you got the sub at the beginning of the day. So I appreciate you. You full-time streamer? I wish, Virtual. I wish I was full-time. But no, I'm not. I just got a few days off. So I go back to work on Monday. So yeah, we're streaming tomorrow all day and night. And then we're streaming Sunday as well. I'm going to the Sidemen charity match tomorrow, or Saturday, I should say. So I won't be live Saturday. We all wish. Hey, keep dreaming. That's all I say. We've got to keep dreaming, don't we? We've got to keep dreaming. Thank you so much to everyone. I appreciate you all. Is that the hype train gone? Oh, no, the hype train is still incoming. The hype train is still incoming. Okay. Do I set it off? Do I set the hype train off? What do we do, chat? Do we set the hype train off? Or do I have a little... set the hype train off? There we are. There's a little thank you to everyone that has stuck by today and watched. A little 5 gifted for whoever's in here that hasn't been subbed and has stuck around this evening to watch. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you to everyone. Yo, Still's here. How you doing, my man? Good to see ya. Good to see ya, my man. Hope you're well. Yeah, tomorrow, like I say, we'll do some RP again. We'll see who's around as well. If we're on all day, we might do some other games as well. Might mix it up if it's quite dead in the morning and people around. Still, are you around tomorrow? Or what are you up to tomorrow? I mean, if Arnot's not able to ride along anymore, then maybe we could do something with him as well. Maybe do some crim at some point. We'll get... Holy shit, I'm matched with the Galaxy, man. Holy shit. I'm matched. Thank you so much for the Galaxy, man. Honestly, the support you show me today is incredible. I really do appreciate it. I thought you retired from GTA. Sure. Yeah, that was a Jim Bob. So basically, retiring from a city, you retire from a city rather than from the game itself. But some people may say I should have retired a long time ago.
Welcome to the club,
but no, I just keep coming back and coming back. Cherie with a heart me and ow! Fuck! Stephen with a Galaxy now. Thank you so much, Stephen. Fucking hell. Blade and Miranda, thank you so much for the heart me. And Cherie coming in with the GGs. I appreciate you. Yeah, I just love streaming. I just love streaming, basically. And police work. So I might do some boring police work, just constantly repeat it over and over again. But I just love it. So you're not going to have a galaxy war, please. You're not having a galaxy war. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. You're pushing us towards them rankings, and I didn't think we'd ever get close to the rankings again. Steven, thank you. Fuck you. Ow. Cherie, let's go. Sorry, Twitch and YouTube. Apologies. If you can hear this really loud, it is Unmatched and Steven just having a little galaxy battle.
Are you goated on the sticks or like not?
What the fuck was that? What was that? That was disgusting. What was that? Steven coming in with what, amusement park? What was that? Holy moly. Holy shit. Right, while TikTok's going off, Twitch, thank you so much for all the support tonight. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to head off now. Rather than you just sitting watching me like react to TikTok, I'm going to head over and stay on TikTok for a little while and just thank all the guys over there. You guys have been insane on Twitch today. Let's go give a raid to someone else while we stick around on TikTok. Thank you so much for everyone enjoying yourself tonight. Let's go raid someone, shall we? Who are we Oh, are we going to go and raid? I think this could get a little bit spicy. We're up to number 81 in the rankings all of a sudden. Thanks to you guys. Let's go show some love to someone quickly. Twitch. Yeah, this could get rather... This is so loud for me. Fuck. Who are we going to raid, chat? Who are we going to raid? Are we going to stick with PD?
Are you goated on the sticks or like not?
Right, we're going over to Early Brit. We're going to Early Brit. You can have some gang stuff for today, and then you can have some gang stuff, and we'll be back tomorrow for some more fun. Raid only Brit. Oh, no, we got a guy the raid. Oh, cancel B13. Right, we're going over there. Let me do that now. Copy, raid. There you go. Go show some love to B13. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all. And we'll be back live tomorrow for some more fun. I don't know if I follow him. I think I do. Yeah, I do. Fucking hell! Shit! B_13_. What is that? Twitch, have a good one. Good night, everyone. God bless. Right, that is that. Twitch out the way. Holy